Ladies and gentlemen, hello. How are we all doing on this fine Tuesday? Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on your location. Hope you're all doing rather well. Today, wait, let me change the thing. I'm always just randomly logged in my bank character. Yo, what up? How's everyone doing today? Oh, Cyanoblade's got straight in there. SoD hype, SoD hype. I feel you on that one. Pexus, what up? Oscar as well. How are you doing? Mr. Butt, bored with phase 3 already? It's not been long, has it? But we can talk about that soon. Let me get the WoW music on. Ooh, love a bit of Storming Tricks. What up, Buttercup? Hey, Raging Punk. How are you doing today? Nice to see you. MK4, what up? You go with Baron's near weapon choice. See how many bot level 10s there? It's on Crusader Strike NA. I don't have an NA account at the moment, so would not be able to do so, but we shall see. Nathan, what up? Sticks, yo. Brotodial. Affliction Lock needs a buff. Unplayable. Yeah, kind of. Bit of a leveling spec, isn't it? But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well today. NA's down. Well, when NA comes back up, you're going to have some updates that us on EU are going to have to wait until tomorrow for. Crazy, right? What server I'm on? I am on. Come on, bot. I should have just, I could have answered by now. There you go, WoW Grow for you. There we go, got there eventually. But yeah, there has been a few bits of news. I haven't streamed in a bit as well. I was not, the voice was kind of like gone on Tuesday. I was a bit ill over the weekend, last Tuesday. And then on Friday, I got a bit behind with the video stuff, and you know how it be. Gotta get the video things done and all that. Dan, what up? Gotta catch up with the videos, but I'm a fair bit ahead with the videos now, actually, so should be returning to normal. And normal being today at this time, which is it's at 4 PM for Europe, 7 AM Pacific, I think, and 10 Eastern, something like that. But yeah, we're streaming a bit more, so let's not waste any time here. And the Fisherman's Friends. I see plenty of people in that guild. I see plenty of them. So the class changes. Wait, did I want to go over those first? Yeah, so there's the class changes. There was the revered stuff from the new boxes. Now I want to do a little bit of a look at DPS. See how stuff are going in the raid. And then the overall population of Season of Discovery 2. Looking for something while the servers are down. Maybe that's my sneaky reasoning for starting the stream now. Very devious of me. What was I looking for? Well, actually, one sec. Let me just open something in my secret file folder. Highly illegal. Hide that. Okay, yeah, we're going to look at that in a bit. Wait, one sec. I've got so much stuff on this folder, I'm like, I want to try and avoid leaking things on it. It's the, look, there's some things about Jaina Proudmoore which I would not be able to share on this stream, okay? That's all it is, alright? That is all it is, but first of all, let's look at the class tuning. So this will be happening after the reset. Yeah, of course, pre-nerf. And pre-highlights. Before she got highlights in. Was it Mr. Pandarian went slightly crazy? The OG Jaina. Anyway. So here are our list of things. So, yeah, when NA comes back up, everything we'll be talking about here will be in the game. And hopefully it'll be bugs and then it'll be fixed tomorrow, so we'll be working for EU. I'm only joking, kind of. NA is always the beta test, right? And then it comes out in EU and hopefully it's actually working. I guess, you know, there's upsides and downsides to getting the content one day early. But anyway, this will how it be. Shaman gonna be insane? They actually will be, yeah. So first of all, Druid Life Bloom, mana cost reduced by 50%. Life Bloom, as far as I'm aware, has been actually unplayable the whole season. Like, it just costs way too much mana for what it does. And as far as I'm aware, Druids are basically... Their rotation for healing and raids is just press Wild Growth. Which, you know, It's not exactly the most exciting way to do things, but it gets the job done, I guess. We extend this to go to Druids, and let's see, is Healing Touch pressing Healing Touch? We're pressing it a little bit, but yeah, they're pretty much all the top druids. They'll just be pressing Wild Growth and then DPSing. It's sort of kind of yeah. The spec is Wild Growth plus some other things. Yeah, Life Bloom's ass. It should be one of the more mana efficient heals in the game after the change, so it will be quite good, I reckon. The problem is the thing is it shares runes with, right? Because the reason Wild Growth's so good is because it's just like crazy mana efficient and it heals a lot, but Life Bloom is on... It's on the same one as Star Surge. Are you still using Star Surge for that whole like fishing for Dream State procs to get the crit, to get the mana regen, to get the debuff on the boss? Are you doing that like whole package of things still? Because that's what might make it kind of unplayable. And you go Furious Storm Rage as well. It's the only rune you have, yeah. See, I haven't leveled my Druid yet, there's still 25. But that should definitely be improving that. Living Seed now heals for 50% of the critical heal planted, was 30%, and the heal now blooms from non-periodic healing received in addition to any damage taken. So I think this seems... Honestly, I think you're still never taking Living Seed. Like, you don't have enough crit. Straight up. Like, you have 5% baseline, you get 4% from the world buff. And you get like, what, 1% from items? Maybe 2%? It's just not enough. The only way you're going to play crit as a druid is if you're taking all the effort to go... What do you even go here? You should go that, and then... You probably don't even take that, do you? Because of, what you call it? You get that, and then, I don't know, I'm just putting random points here, but the point is, you'd have to pretty much go into improve regrowth to get 50% extra crit on it, but then regrowth would have, what, about 65-ish% crit? Druid Discord saying Life Bloom will be great, but still spending most of the time doing Wrath and not Healing Touch. You get him moved. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just wanted to point out this talent most of all. Oh, Nourish. That's a good point, actually. True. True. But yeah, if you were taking Living Seed, the only way I see it being playable is if you take this. But if you take this, like loads of regrowth healing is budgeted into the heal over time effect, which just doesn't do anything. So I don't know, this talent, like, it seems kind of unplayable. We don't have enough crit. I don't even know if we'll ever have enough crit. Even Living Seed, yeah, it's super inefficient. I remember when they first released the runes, and I was looking at that talent. And this is looking a little bit ahead, but a little bit. And if any of you guys played Resto Druid in a Classic in 2019 or wherever, but there was a build where you did go regrowth and improve regrowth, and you took the 5 set of the tier 2. And that was a thing as well. So maybe that will be a thing, but I feel like Wild Growth and just, you know, spamming Wrath in between, that's kind of too good. What's this tier set looks? All the tier 2 sets look amazing. Look at that. Very druidy. Love it. Yeah, stacking crit. Yeah, your class is built around doing heal over time. And even when they put Living Seed in the game, I think is it in Wrath? I'm not sure, actually. Where are you? Oh, it is in Wrath, yeah. Swiftwind, Regrowth, Nourish, or Healing Touch. Yo, Paul, what up? How are you? Wait, what does Living Seed actually proc off? Is it all crits? With any healing spell. If they made Hots crit, like, this is kind of a reason why they can't make heal over times crit. If your heal over times could crit, this rune would be giga broken. It would go from like mean tier to absolutely unbelievably overpowered. Like in an instant. It'd be funny though. And yeah, you imagine your Wild Growth. It's like if whenever it crits, it puts a Living Seed on it and then they heal. It would be unreal powerful. But yeah, these seem like just generally good things. And obviously, Nourish mana cost reduced by 27%. Yo, Benny, how you doing? Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, I've only been streaming for a little bit recently, but thanks for dropping by and let me know. Always love to hear it. But yeah, overall, Resto package improved. I don't know if it's enough to stop you how you're playing at the moment, other than potentially taking Life Bloom. But I feel if you take Life Bloom, you're dropping Star Surge, and then what? Are you dropping Dream State? You don't have another rune on your boots. So, and Dream State's damaging spells, so you're still going to be doing damage, right? As a Resto Druid. Seems kind of weird. We'll see though. But yeah, just overall, these, especially Life Bloom and Living Seed, I was making a video for basically the runes which have been bad the whole season so far, and I actually put Nourish on there as well, and I had to change the entire section of the video. It's like, damn it, Blizzard. Oh well. But yeah, good stuff with Resto Druids. Happy to see that for them. Boomkins are getting some pretty significant buffs, actually. In the secret agents. The ones with the sleeping bag, yeah, I remember seeing them. Like, you get the bag, you turn around, and these are the agents like looking at you. I saw them, yeah. They're level 77. That's like a very specific level. I wonder why they're that level. I'm sure we'll find out, but yeah. A lot of the stuff that's already in the game is like a continuation of a storyline. Like the Divine Storm and Meta quests. Like, they've continued on in Phase 2 from Phase 1, so I imagine we're going to be seeing them again somewhere. But Moonkin form now also reduces the mana cost of Moonfire by 50% and increases Moonfire's periodic damage by 50%. Sunfire also benefits from this change. So, holy. You're a Moonkin and you just got your 2 dots mana cost reduced by 50% and the damage of both increased by 50%. That is huge, actually. I mean, it's good in all areas of content. PvP, PvE, that's just pretty nice. Well, since it's putting Druids back to where they were pre-Star Surge nerf. I mean, they were doing well pre-Star Surge, to be fair. They were sort of upper end of the DPS list, so that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. On top of this, Moonkins can now cast non-healing restoration spells without cancelling the Shapeshift. This includes Remove Curse, Remove Poison, Abolish Poison, Innovate Rebirth, Revive, Mark of the Wild, and Gift of the Wild. Not Insect Swarm. Are they keeping it like that? Because Insect Swarm is like one of those weird abilities where it's a resto ability, so if you talent it, you can't use it while in Moonkin form. That's always been kind of weird, right? Then again, maybe it costs too much mana. You've already got 2 dots anyway now, don't you? So, do you really want to try and maintain 3 dots? Between using your Eclipse, using your Star Surge, it probably would be too much, right? And talk about how the nerfed Hunter did nothing at Warlocks. Yeah. we'll get there. I mean, look, if you play a Hunter, at least you should be used to it by now, right? So yeah, I guess all of these, yeah, again, just good quality of life thing. And Fury of Storm Rage improved when it makes Healing Touch instant cast. It will be usable in all shapeshift forms. Again, this is pretty much just a Moonkin thing. So when it procs, you don't have to drop form to Healing Touch. More of a PvP buff, because you could have this proc and then just get an instant Healing Touch, and if it crits, you're going to heal a lot. So it's pretty good. Feral got nothing. Nope. Not since the last set of changes it got. Which was, I think it was a Lacerate hitting 3 targets or something when you have Berserk up. But yeah, this round of tuning will happen when NA comes back up. This will all be alive. So if you're a Druid, definitely try this out in the STV event. You're going to go from like, I think you'll go from like A+ tier or A tier back to S again in PvP with this. This is just very, very nice. So yeah, look forward to that. Hunter, It was inevitable. I was saying it on a stream, and I've said it in a video as well. Melee Hunter was going to get nerfed. It was obviously too good. It's perhaps the easiest thing to play in the game to get good results. Well, yeah, that's one point together. The easiest thing to play in the game to get good results with. Quality of life is nice. You don't think the damage will go up by much? Probably not much. It's just dots, right? And dots aren't like super good. But yeah. Dual wield specialization no longer grants 30% bonus damage to Raptor Strike for wielding 2 weapons of the same type. So yeah, if you'd been passing on a weapon which is technically better because you need to wear weapons of the same type, well, suddenly you don't need to care about that anymore. You can just roll on whichever weapons pretty much. I do still think dual wield will be better than two-handed though. So it has the 50% damage bonus to offhands, which two-hand doesn't have. So yeah, the inevitable nerf was there. We'll look at damage in a minute, but hunters will not be the top damage dealer anymore after this. They'll still be very good though. They'll be like top 3, I think. Melee Hunter was doing more damage for target cleave than some classes doing AoE while hitting one target. Yeah, that's they're pretty good. Yo, Bronlock, what up? Already felt worse after the Raptor Strike normalization? That's just 30% extra. I mean, like, Melee Hunter is very far above any other melee class. Unfortunately, this was always going to happen. It was just too good. Hey, Simicum, Wrath content when? I have been playing Wrath. I still raid on Wrath. I did some leveling on it the other day, actually. I just kind of don't know what to make. Do you know what I mean? Like, other than an expansion review, what can I make on the expansion? Do you know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with Wrath at the moment in terms of videos. But yeah, another side note on Hunter. I hope they buff Marksman. Yo, Lady Kelsterin, what up? Yeah, I hope they buff Marksman. In fact, they actually nerfed Marksman. It's like almost a comedy. What was it? Yeah, Chimera Shot no longer extends the duration of Wyvern Sting's periodic damage. It was never intended. So yeah, they actually it's a bug fix, but they actually nerfed it. So yeah, that is unlucky for the hunters. Expansion twisting. Ooh. There'll be Kata soon. You know, I'm sure it won't be for everyone, but I'm going to be making some Kata stuff. Survival, not MM. Yeah, I get. Yeah, when I say MM, I'm thinking about ranged hunter, not melee. I guess I just called it MM. You know what I mean, though, right? But yeah, the inevitable happened. But yeah, I guess we should just call it ranged hunter and melee hunter. I know melee hunter's kind of weird. It's like Blizzard buffed it loads, and then I think they're kind of happy one of their new identities is working, and they don't want to like over nerf it. But there being another melee spec in the game, which is now suddenly the best melee spec in the game, is kind of like not great with how Noma is, right? Where it's not the most melee friendly raid out there, or physical damage dealer friendly raid out there. Apparently NA is back up, if you're listening, so you can log in and try all these buffs and or nerfs now. Yeah, the changes should be up. They will be up now for NA. Yo, Justus, what's up? Only 2 likes? Maybe that's a bug. Maybe I just need a refresh or something. You don't care what anyone says, Kata's really good? I think the rating's good, but, you know, let's each their own on that one, I guess. I think change Shamanistic Rage as a buff. We'll get there in a moment. One at a time. Yeah, DPS only deserves to be top DPS. I mean, that is some vanilla logic right there. Hunter is the only pure DPS class left in the game. Crazy, right? Buff Explosive Shot. Have you seen Hunters soloing Alderman farming in there with Explosive Shot and Trap Launcher? Explosive Shot seems pretty good. So, Rep Pallies. Rep Pallies are currently doing not very well for a melee class. And considering their only DPS identity is Ret, they're, yeah, they need buffs, basically. So Crusader Strike now deals holy damage instead of physical, ignoring armor. That's what holy damage does, and is now affected by holy damage prevention. And it's still considered a melee attack, not a spell. So this is just the clarifying this. So it should still proc Wind Fury. It won't scale with spell power. It'll still scale with your weapon's percentage damage. In practice, oh, it's also going to scale with Sanctity Aura. This isn't live now, is it? So it's now holy, so it's going to deal somewhere between like 15 to 40% more damage. Yeah, it's not live here yet. Oh, I got my Paladin to 40, by the way. Ooh. Look at this guy's transmog. What an absolute unit. He's had to stash the beard though. Oh, it's Giga Steve. It's like Steve, but better. Anyway. So that, yeah, this is a buff. And they also said Seal of Martyrdom can no longer trigger Art of War. When I read this, I was like, I actually wanted to stop leveling my Paladin, but then they went back and they took back that decision pretty quick. So yeah, that isn't going to happen. So it's actually so important that this ability can proc Art of War. If this couldn't proc Art of War, Shockadin and everything but surrounding that spec was just in the bin instantly. So very good that they did not do that in the end. Good Paladin's agility AP scaling. What they're trying to do, there's a bunch of runes that have been data mined for next phase which make your spells much better. They're just not in the game right now, so I don't know how much they're going to buff you, because I think they expect next phase's runes to kind of fix things, if you know what I mean. It doesn't feel good now, right? Because you're going to have to play however long this phase is, where your class just isn't great. But yeah, I think Rhett could use a bit more of a buff. Unit to manage 5-minute rock biters when weapons go along. Oh, fair enough. When phase 3 is. We're only, what are we in? 2 weeks? 2 and a bit weeks in? Got plenty of time. Strong in PvP? It is. And if you're hitting something like a warrior now, or you're hitting a shaman, you know, stuff that wear shields, they wear plate, you're going to be doing probably about 40% more damage with Crusader Strike, realistically. So that's not an insignificant amount, right? 75% weapon damage, it's not huge, but not insignificant. Also, they could probably lower its cooldown again. Remember, it was 4 seconds, and they put it up to 6, and I still don't really know why. Dual spec next phase? I hope so. Dual spec would have been great this phase. I was advocating for dual spec this phase. But, hey, no luck, eh? That's how she goes. So yeah, I'd say small buff for Paladin. Again, probably bigger in PvP. Ignore this part, they took that back. Rogue. So, redirect no longer triggers or is affected by global cooldown, and its own cooldown has been reduced to 10 seconds. So that's 60 seconds down to 10, and it's off the global. That seems pretty good, right? You can see the notes. I'll give you that. There you go. Look, feeling they'll keep dual spec for 60? I hope not. Like, again, I think it's a shame we don't have it already. With our extended talent points and stuff, it would have been nice. The biggest annoyance for me is just having to mess around changing my bar and stuff, but meh. I think there are add-ons to fix that anyway. Don't really use redirect much. Yeah, I guess not. Maybe you'll find more uses for it now. It's on a 10-second cooldown. They also say when redirect is combined into a macro with other combo point related abilities, it often does not function as expected. So yeah, basically don't put redirect in your macros is what they're saying. Look at all the warrior changes. There's one at the bottom. Okay. Show your health percentage. It's not an add-on. You go interface. Is it interface? Huh? Wait, I thought it was on here. Hang on. Or maybe it is. Is this an add-on? I'm actually not sure. No? Okay, I don't know. I thought there was an option here. Oh, percentage. Yeah, but this was set to none. I feel like it's this, but it said none. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. That is an add-on. Oh. Hang on, let me consult the add-ons. It will be... I haven't changed my add-ons in ages, so actually... modern target frame. There you go. This one here. Get that. Get that. Modern target frame. I think. Hopefully. Alright, best I can do. Okay, rogues. Mangosh. So it now generates 3 combo points on your target, and its base energy cost has been reduced to 15, and nobody is ever going to take it still, because this ability is just, like, unbelievably bad. Why is it on a 20-second cooldown? Like, hello? 40 energy mutilate, 2 combo points every... 4 seconds? Yeah, 4 seconds. Mangosh, 3 combo points every 20 seconds and a bit of parry. Like, nah, this ability just isn't playable. Even if you're a tank, it's only got 50% uptime. I just don't know why it's so bad. Because, like, look at what you're competing with. A 40 energy mutilate instantly attacks, does a lot of damage, gives you... It's got a low energy cost, it gives you lots of combo points versus this, which is going to be, yeah, 3 combo points now. I don't know. It just... Yeah. If you're a tank rogue... Any tank rogues, you're playing mutilate, right? Like, this isn't even a competition. I would. Wait, it is on a, still 20 seconds, right? Yeah, 20-second cooldown. They haven't put anything about changing the duration in the patch, so... And it strikes with your offhand as well. It's like they found a little extra way to make it bad. If it hit with your main hand, at least it'd proc Wind Fury. But nope, offhand damage, but not much damage. And, yeah, 3 combo points, and that's pretty much it. So, not a very impressive ability. Saber was the new hotness. Saber was good in Phase 1, but then in Phase 2 they reduced the energy cost of Mutilate from 60 to 40. And I think every single rogue spec, unless you're trying something new, or maybe you take Shadow Strike if you're trying to mob tag or gap closing in PvP, but every other rogue archetype I'm pretty sure is still taking Mutilate, 'cause it's basically overtuned. But if it got nerfed, your other options are kind of all terrible, so it's not a great place to be in, to be honest. Because it's like, if it did get nerfed, you'd be in trouble. So yeah, I'd rather just see other things here get a buff in some way. But yeah, that is that. So just a flesh wound threat bonus has been increased such that rogue tanks will generate approximately 30% more threat. So more threat. I guess this is more aimed at Shuriken Toss, because I know Shuriken Toss kind of... I was hoping it would like bring the rogue tank together, but in practice, it just kind of doesn't really do much damage or anything. So they changed it to 15% attack power on the pre-release. So yeah, now it's not so good. Yeah, it should be improved though. And this is 30%. Rogue, just a flesh wound increases all threat, so you can just throw a nade and it does 30% more now, right? And goes to a parrying dagger. Pretty sure there's it's either a weapon. I think it's a weapon in WoW or Dark Souls. It's like called that. I think it's Dark Souls and it is used for parrying. Yo, E-Dog, I'm good, thank you. Stormwind music. Never gets old. I love idling in these Stormwind in the background. And Shaman. So, Shaman alongside Moonkin have, I'd say, got the most stuff in this patch. So two-handed mastery rune now also provides a 10% increase to attack power and 10% increased chance to hit with spells after hitting a target with a two-handed weapon. So instead of you getting a hit chance like it is with dual wield, you're getting 10% attack power instead, which is kind of okay because dual wield has a much higher hit chance required penalty thingy for abilities to land, whereas two-handed has a lesser penalty in that regard. So I guess get your automatic crowd pummeler or your big totem arm thing. That totem arm looks amazing. Where is it? PvP. I swear this is one of the best looking weapons in the game. Where's Shaman? Shaman. This, no, not that. That's a shield. This thing. Whoa, you have that on a Tauren. Holy crap, you're role playing good right there. Just like bonk him on the head. Love it. So yeah, that is pretty cool. I don't really think this is going to make two-handed a thing in PvE, at least, if I'm being completely honest. Great team arg. Oh, it's like, you're like Bane Bloodhoof or something, right? Or Kern. Whichever one's in charge in Classic. You'll know the one. Kern. There we go, Kern. I'm going to go with Kern. Final answer. Anyway, two-handed. So slight buff, improvements for sure. Yeah, like Matt says, but dual wield sims higher. Yeah, I think it will continue to do so. They just buffed it like crazy last phase with they're like hard forcing you to go Wind Fury main hand. Flame Tongue offhand, but it's pretty good, so yeah. Shamanistic Rage. It actually got nerfed, but kind of not really, I guess. So Shamanistic Rage now grants 5% the Shaman's maximum mana per second instead of a value scaling with attack power, spell power, or healing power. Which means it's going to give you 75% of your mana over its duration, and I think it gives 20% to your party. So yeah, that'd be 15% of their mana. I think it was. I think they buffed it to 20%. So the reason they've done this is because shamans can dual wield two weapons. So any shaman in the game can swap to dual wielding two crappy daggers with Rockbiter on, and they suddenly have 700 more attack power, and their Shamanistic Rage is like filling up their entire mana bar twice. And Blizzard realized this is not something they can balance, so this is why this has happened, basically. You still get 75% of your mana on a 1-minute cooldown, so it's still very good. I'd say it's been nerfed for your party's regeneration more so than your own. You can use Wizard Oil now? Oh, really? Or it'll be worse? Yeah, it will be worse. This is technically a nerf, but a quality of life improvement, so you don't have to mess around changing to Rockbiter weapons to get the most out of this ability. But again, it's 75% of your mana every 1 minute. Are you going through an entire mana bar every minute? Maybe if you're resto, perhaps? I don't know. You probably could. Will Ellie go through that much? Again, maybe, I don't know. Let me finish this. Next, Spirit of the Alpha. So this is your like tanking ability, or it's reverse blessing of salvation. That's what Blizzard called it. Sure, yeah, I've got to. It's going cold. I've got to get it down me, for it's too late. Ellie does burn a lot of mana. Yeah, I bet it does. But you have Power Surge, whatever it's called too, right? That gives you mana. Anyway, Spirit of the Alpha. So casting Shaman now grant. Let's try again. Spirit of the Alpha rune now grants the casting Shaman 20% increased attack power if they cast on another target than themselves. So Enhancement just got a flat 20% attack power buff. That's pretty good. I think Enhancement is gonna be a top 4 DPS spec. The top 3 It's still going to be melee hunter, fire mage, warlock. But I think enhancement could go up to number 4 after this change, because 20% flat attack power is a lot. You'll also probably be, especially if you have like Heart of the Lion. What other strength buffs can you get? And I think you're gonna like itemize super heavily into strength now, because that is so much attack power for free. So yeah, enhance, that is, it's not the most exciting buff, but it's a big buff. The Maelstrom stacks are coming in fast. Ooh. Sounds pretty fun. So Earth Shield got buffed. I was aware this was basically not useful pre-patch. So its mana cost got reduced by 67%. That's nice. Charging increased from 3 to 9. That's nice. And the amount heal now scales and is about 50% higher than previously at 40. I still don't know if this is like something you can take because of the rune competition. Yo, Mintaz, thanks for the 5. I appreciate that. You're new to Classic. I joined a guild that clears Noma in under an hour with some undesirable classes. The people just moan too much. Under an hour's good going, you know. It's really easy to wipe, especially on the last 2 bosses or Electrocutioner if you're messing about a bit. But the key is you're in a guild, and a guild is kind of a life hack, because you can be less desirable, but people will put you in because they can bring you along. Yeah, I think people are having bad experiences in pugs, unfortunately, which is so, if you're new to WoW, this is so typical for pugs. Maybe you've played retail before, but you know what it's like. People always want to take the optimal best kind of things, and that's just unfortunately pugging, even if the content isn't particularly difficult. But yeah, being in a guild is the cheat code here. So, good choice. If you can afford to be in a guild, you should be doing that. Yeah, definitely. Go look, pugging as a warrior or rogue. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's a bad time at the moment. Pugging raided Mythic and retail. Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar place. I used to do Mythic and retail. But in pugs, I'm pretty allergic to pugs. Like, I'll go and level something, I'll go farm gold, and I'll be like, oh, I'll wait till I can find something a bit more organized, you know. One more priest. Ooh. But yeah, this is just so typical for WoW pugging, that people always do this. They have a Paladin. I did go over them a little bit ago. Not many changes to speak of, though. So nearly done here. So Power Surge tooltip revised to clarify functionality. So basically they just fixed the tooltip. It's meant to give you mana back, and it now does that. Ancestral Guidance reduced from 2 minutes down to 1 minute. Unfortunately, this shares a rune with Shamanistic Rage, so don't think it's playable. Shamanistic Rage OP. Too many Shamans go and this rune is like such a crutch for the class right now that, yeah, unless you could DPS entirely through runes and boss fights were short enough, you're pretty much always going to take this. Even though Ancestral Guidance does look fun, like on bosses like Electrocutioner with high raid damage, this would be good to take, to be honest. You could do a lot of raid-wide healing, I bet. But that's Shaman. Lots of buffs. The biggest one being 20% bonus attack power for free. Pretty amazing. And last but not least, we have basically a buff to everything that does physical damage. So the armor value of certain mechanical bosses in Gnomeregan has been reduced slightly. So basically they say the armor values were correct. They were meant to have that much armor, but we will adjust the armor on Crown Pummeler and Mechaneer to provide a 10% increase in physical damage received. So yeah, Proud Pummeler, Mechaneer, 10% less. Well, not even 10% less armor, they're just gonna... The math will work out where they take 10% more damage. Which is, yeah, a buff to everything that does physical damage. kind of funny. They're making paladins with Crusader Strike do less physical damage than their lower armor and stuff. But oh yeah, is what it is. Yeah, no worries. You haven't pugged a raid in like 5 years, so you wouldn't know. Yeah, you're not missing out. Believe me, you're not missing out. You meet new people? You do. I mean, schedule allowing, I would always advise to play with a guild. But obviously not everyone can do that, but it is what it is, you know. Sometimes you just have to find a pug and see what you can get. So those are the patch notes. So if this will be live on NA, by the way, at the moment. Ignores all boss armor? It will do, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, they don't have to worry about armor whatsoever, do they? So yeah, biggest winners, I would say Moonkins, more in PvP than PvE, but definitely a PvE buff. And enhancement Shamans. No guild raids at the random degen times you play? Rip. If you're on a big enough server, there might be, but yeah, we don't have paid transfers or anything, do we? Pug plenty as a healer, you have no idea what you're walking into. Haven't got more than 3 or 4 out of 6 the last 3 resets, but people say they can clear fine, but can't. Can't trust these pugs, man. Can't trust them. Unfortunately, it is what it is. This is why people do stuff like looking at logs. As dumb as it may seem for content, which is pretty trivial in the grand scheme of things, but yeah. You didn't choose the pug life. It chose you. Your pug the healer DPS is abysmal, like why are you healing? It's like playing support in a game and then your carries are just absolutely throwing their minds. And you're like, why did I pick support? I could be doing better. Oh, Mintaz as well, thanks for joining. Super generous. Thank you so much. Just comes in and throws it down straight away. What a gentleman. I appreciate it, thank you. Trivial, but so many people haven't cleared. Yeah, that's why I added on in the grand scheme of things on the back end of that. I know it's classic isn't meant to be mythic or anything, but the fights are kind of, they're more mechanically oriented. That is pun intended before somebody else says it in chat, but they're like more mechanical fights than what typically we usually have. What a fellow Brit, mate, my man. Especially Electrocutioner, it's like you just move 3 people in and out, but if you mess it up, you just die. And it's quite healing intensive. The Menagerie, there's actually a bunch of different ways to do Menagerie that I've heard about. When I've done it, we've just had 2 people tanking the chicken and the squirrel. The sheep just runs about and does his own thing, and then we've got 1 tank off at the side doing the whelp. But yeah, some people, they tank... I think they tank the chicken by itself because it doesn't attack speed buff. And then they have the other 2 together, and there's a whole different way, a bunch of ways to do it. With the healer and Electrocutioner? Ideally, yeah, but, you know. I'm always kind of paranoid that someone's going to zap me, so I move more than I need to. Hey, as long as the boss dies, I'm happy. Got a pug that made you wish you checked his log beforehand? You always run that risk, you never know. You never quite know. Mana pot's expensive, let me have a look. Menagerie's fun as a tank. Yeah, I kind of want to get my Paladin up to the point where kind of a Shockadin tank. Mana pot. I don't imagine they're too expensive. Blizzard's making you use a shield. Yeah, I think it fits. This expensive. That seems a little bit pricey. Oh, they're level 41. No, but then they're useless. So yeah, 49 silver. There you go. Doesn't seem too outrageous. Try a BFD. Yeah, BFD should be fine at the moment. Should be absolutely fine. There's also this thing you can do. I don't know how many people know about this, but you know the whelp on the Menagerie, you can bait its breath. The breath always goes on the nearest non-tank target. Wait, let me I think I showed this the other week. I'm just going through my secret folder, hang on. Noma. I've done this a few raids in a row now, and I feel like no one really knows about this, and they just move the whole raid each breath. But, yeah. Basically, I was standing here, apart from the tank on the other side, and... because obviously you've always got like all the melee over here and stuff. But yeah, if you just put someone behind the whelp there, the breath will always go on you, and then the raid can just like zog and not have to worry about it. And I feel like people don't really know about this too much, and it's not like super common knowledge, but it actually makes the fight so much easier. Like again, I'm the nearest target, breath goes on me, no one else needs to move. The healer can stay on the buttons, the DPS can do their DPSing. And I think this time it like delays the breath so hard. I'm literally standing out of range, not DPSing. Actually, yeah, I'm out of range there. Just because I want to bait the breath. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go and DPS. And I think it still goes on me here. He's thinking about it. Yeah, there you go, still on me. Again, so yeah, if you want to be a bit of a... if you want to help out in that fight a lot, you can just go and stand and bait the breath for your raid, and it'll help everyone out tremendously. I would recommend. I think that's a pretty good strat. Shadowbot volley cranks on that fight. Yeah, that was our week 1 kill, so I was just wanting to kill the boss, really. I wasn't trying to pass or anything, but me standing there and doing that obviously absolutely killed my damage, but it's fine. You know, boss dies, I'm happy. No, I can't pug KZO by Nim. Oh, I remember Nim from back in the day, of course. Yeah, holy. Now that is a name. How do I get that totem weapon on your Shaman? You need to do the STV event. It happens every 3 hours, midnight and thereafter, server time. When the event's on, you kill other players, or just go farm mobs out in the open world. You get blood, you hand blood in at the nearby blood altars, it gives you coins, and I think the totem weapon, is it 5 coins for the weapon or is it 10? I'm not sure. But yeah, if you just check a guide on the STV Blood Moon event, it'll show you everything you need to know. Stack the bosses and have the melee pop oil of immolation. Now that is how you game right there. Very pricey, but very... I love very DPS. Very DPS make me very happy. $15 silvers on the two-handed. Ooh, pricey. Expensive, that one. I'll take you... Actually, I mean, if you're doing it with a group around the boss, it's like 2 events, right? What would you have to do to bait the breath? Nearest player besides the tank? I think so, yeah. It will hit whoever is... not it. I don't think it has anything to do with threat. It just picks the nearest non-tank. And that's worked consistently every time I've done it. I've just stood there and baited the breath, so the rest of the raid can just do their thing and have an easier time. Obviously, it's not good for your personal damage, but it does make it easier for everyone else. Ideally, you'd have a healer do that. The more mana efficient your 2 healers, so 1 healer can stay on the button, and your other healer is just absolutely... that healer's pumping the tank. And then the other healer's baiting the breath and, you know, just trying to stay in range. And healers are all 40-yard range baseline anyway, so I think it is, it would be best for a healer to do it, but I've just done it before, so I was doing it, you know. If you're good, it's 1 event, yeah. But yeah, if it's your first event, you're probably not. You're not gonna get them all straight away, are you? Thinking about changes to waylaid supplies. That's a great question. Let's talk about that. So, if you did not know, the revered rewards for waylaid supplies are now in the game. In fact, they were put in the game yesterday. And oh, this is a very convenient location.
Hey there.
In fact, there's not just rewards for revered now. There's rewards for different on reputation. Yeah, reputation benchmarks. So we have rings, and these are heirlooms, but not really. So there's a set of rings. One has 2 strength, 2 stam, 2 agility, 2 stam, 2 stam, 2 spell power. The spell power one is so undertuned compared to the melee ones, by the way, but whatever. Okay, that's fine. And you can only wear 1 if you're a caster compared to being able to wear 2 as a melee, but you know, whatever, it's fine. Not that I'm mad about it. Okay, that's all planned, yeah. I was waiting all this time. But yeah, these are bind to Battle.net accounts. So this is why they were delayed releasing these, because there's nothing that's bind to Battle.net account in Classic, I believe. Apart from these. And bind to Battle.net account means you can trade these across different characters, equip them, unequip them, and then send them back. And you can also trade them cross-faction. So my Shaman currently has these rings. And I just sent them to him in the mail. So yeah, they're not... I saw some posts on Reddit where people like losing their mind over these, saying they're heirlooms. They're really not heirlooms. These are just like things you buy off the auction house to send your role. Heirlooms scale with your level, and they give you bonus XP. This is just like a ring that gives... It costs 3 gold, it gives 2 agility, 2 stam, but you can reuse it instead of having to buy another. But yeah, you could send these to a level 1 ult. You're going to have to run them to a mailbox, because starter zones don't have mailboxes, but yeah. 2 whole spell damage. It should be 4. This should be 4. Wear 2 of them if they're different level. Huh? The rings don't level up or anything, so they're unique as well. So if you're melee, you can equip both of these. If you're a caster, I'd probably still put the agility one on, because agility gives you like... 2 agility will give you like 0.0001 armor, so it's better than nothing, but not really. 28 and 38. The spell power. You're thinking of the Warsong Gulch rings, Dave. Not these. These are new, they've just been put in the game. I think of these. These ones here. Which are, which you can use multiple of. No worries. Yeah, this is weird. By the way, if you're a caster, sorry, if you're a caster, or I guess this works for the melee rings too, but it says unique on these rings. But they're actually not unique. You can use multiple of different levels. Oh, I'm all... Wait, I've got that on right now. Oh yeah, I do, yeah. So you can have them both on at the same time. I don't know if this is intended, by the way, but... Hey, works right now, doesn't it? Girly, so good. They just allow you to fill slots for neck and ring that is normally empty for 25 levels. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, there's the rings, then we have those, and we also have some neck items as well. So 4 stam, 4 strength, 4 stam, 4 spell power, undertuned compared to the melee ones, by the way, but again, this is fine, you know. And 4 agi, 4 stam. Again, they're all bind to Battle.net account. So you can trade these to your ults or whatever, and especially a spell power neck are really difficult to come across. They are not common whatsoever, so you're probably going to be using this up to level 40 on a caster. The rings to be bind on account? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. When there's like crazy amounts of runes and stuff, perhaps they'll make them easier, right? But we don't know. There's also a 16 slot bag for just under 4 gold. That's 2 slots less than an Nixia bag, so that is pretty good value. Oh yeah, sorry. So the next, everything I'm showing you, so these are actually, I think they're honored, these rings. Yeah, they're honored. They're friendly or honored, one of the two, I don't know which. And everything on this page is revered. So the Arcane Elixir, which was already in the game, the neck items, and this new bag are all revered. These are the revered rewards, so it's just a bunch of stuff to help with ults and a bag, which is, you know, worth getting. Gotta be off. Thanks for any questions and stuff. No worries. Yeah, thanks for the support. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah, hope to see you around again. Got rid of the shard bag. Yep. I've got, I mean, the bags we have right now are stacked. I've got a 16 slaughter, I've got a 12, I've got a 12, and I've got a 14. Like, holy, I'm actually twinking on bags right now. Which is a weird sentence to say. Anyway. Also, okay, I'm gonna have to hide the launch codes again. I need to get like a screen for this or something, don't I? So yeah. Some, okay, not all of them, some of the supply boxes now reward 12 gold when you turn them in. And I was filling a bunch of boxes yesterday, just to, you know, record for videos and stuff. And I don't know which box is which. So some of them will give you 5.5 gold when you hand them in, some will give 12. And the moment I read it was 12 gold, I literally just went and bought the materials for everything here. Again, yeah, I'm not sure. I think the 2 gold one must have been like this. No, I don't know which one it is. I've legitimately no idea which ones give which amount of gold. I'm level 40, gives the boxes from Wowhead. You know the annoying thing about that? Yesterday I had, so I remember this. So I literally got scammed by Blizzard. There's a box. We need to fill heavy mithril gauntlets. You need like 2 or 3 of them. And I had this box. They were not on the auction house. And I was waiting for someone to post them. Because obviously, you know, someone's going to make the most of the money, right? And there were 3 gold 34, as you can see here from the auction. So I was like, oh, I'm going to buy 3 of them. I'm going to make 2 gold profit on them. Filled the box, handed it in, 5.5 gold. And they're a level 40 item that needs 205 blacksmithing to make. I got scammed. Literally just minus 5 gold on that. Like, why didn't they give 12? It doesn't make sense. Anyway. The level 40 filled crates are... Oh. Streamlabs deleted your thing for some reason, Ian. I don't know why it's deleted it. I'm going to copy paste that for you. Yeah, it hasn't timed you out or anything, has it? I don't know why it's done that. I guess it didn't like what you typed for some reason. But yeah, I've just copy pasted what you put. Weird. So at level 40 filled crates, they're giving you 12 gold. So heavy mithril gauntlets, so yeah, deadly scopes are 12, mithril blunderbuss are 12, turtle scale braces are 12, white bandit mask are 12, massive iron axes, rich purple shirts. Add the others in the second one. Yeah, I guess it was just... Why is this like weird and red? So when I use this footage in videos, it looks fine, but when I record it here, it looks demonic. But yeah, I don't know which box it was, but 12 gold reward. 12 gold. Imagine. So yeah, that was a buy high, sell low. Yeah, not the best move I've ever made. Oh, also 1k rep. So I got to revered like super. I just had these boxes lying about because they were too expensive to fill. Yo, Grills, what up? But yeah, this is I had some good deals and some bad deals. And I think the rest of these here were 12 gold, so I'm just printing gold right now and getting 1k rep each time. And this one will be revered. Oh no, just before revered. But you can continue handing boxes in after you're revered. And they still give gold. So... And yeah, I'm just looking at the items though, which we've already looked at. Just vended them. Yeah, I was considering, for stuff like Mithril Blunderbuss, when they were 10 gold to fill, I was like, I'm never filling this, ever. So yeah, new items. Pretty neat. So that is nice to have. What else was I gonna do? I think Season of Discovery will die when Kata comes out, or will Kata suffer from Season of Discovery? I think there's quite a different player base at this point in time. Yeah, I think Kata's a bit of a divide between people who like Classic and how that plays, and people who like Kata and, you know, the raiding and the changed world and stuff. If anything, I think Kata's going to start bringing in people who started around that time period and are more familiar with how things are in retail, but kind of want to go back, and they like how things play a bit faster, if you know what I mean. Like Classic, it tends to be pretty slow paced, but Kata's speeded things up in that regard. It's also got more challenging content, which people may be more used to in general, whilst also not being as crazy difficult as Mythic. So I think it'll do. It's not going to do as well as Wrath. Like, I'm not going to delude myself into that. Like, Wrath is Wrath. It was always going to be huge. Even if whatever you think about the expansion, Wrath was always going to be a big hit. Kata historically was less liked as a whole, and I'm sure that will repeat itself when it re-releases. But it'll have its player base. I think it'll be somewhere around the same popularity, or a little bit less than TBC. But yeah, we'll see, right? People excited for Kata, they're just quieter. Maybe, I'm going to start releasing Kata content on the channel soon, because the beta can't be far away. It can't be far away at this point in time, and I've released like 3 videos on it, so I've got to step those videos up, you know? I've got to make a start on things. Ajira started in Kata, did he? I just thought he would have started before that, but yeah. Willing to give it a shot? I think if you enjoyed how raiding felt in Wrath, you'd probably like it. We'll see. Priority lists for group invites are toxic. Priority lists in like people preferring classes over others. So it's just kind of life really, and if you're pugging. Was there anything else? Quick look at DPS. Okay, this is over the range of 1 day, 90th percentile. And so this is pre today's changes. We don't know about anything yet. So Melee Hunter is top, followed by Fire Mage, Warlock, and then both Shaman specs are doing great. This is why I said I think Enhancement's going to be top 4. After the changes, what's it like at 95? Just a bit more variance with Mage. That's Mage though, isn't it? Fire Mage, crit more, get a better pass. It is what it is. But yeah, Melee Hunter will probably go close to or below Warlock. Enhancement might take its place or be 4th. And then, yeah, we've got classes going all the way down. Balance should go up from here to, like, middle of the pack, around what Arcane is. And Warrior also got kind of a buff because of how the armor values work on bosses. Crazy they buff Shaman so much. They've been very generous with Shamans. If you look at max percentiles, they're like, yeah, I mean, rank 1s are kind of a meme, to be honest. Look, guys, Warriors are fine. They're the top 4 DPS. I'm totally not showing you bad information. Two bosses that won't do much. I mean, there's a third of the bosses in the raid. All the melee got the same buff. But rage generation. Rage is like... I was thinking about this. Is rage just kind of not a very well designed mechanic? Because if bosses have too low armor, warriors have infinite rage and they're overpowered as hell. And if bosses have too much armor, warriors can't generate rage and they're underpowered as hell. And there's like... I guess we just need to find the between on those 2 points. The average warrior's bad. Oh yeah, the average warrior is like... They're in the bin. It's no wonder people are complaining. The average warrior is no bueno. But the really high-end warriors are much better. News just in, guys. The better players are better. Rage normalized in TBC. It was, there was normalization in TBC, but the proper normalization was in Kata. In Kata, when you hit something with a 2-handed weapon, I think it always generates 20 rage before any other, taking into account crits or talents and stuff. And if you crit, I think it gives you 50% extra rage. So warriors still scale well with crit, and obviously they have mastery then too. In fact, if there was normalized rage in Classic, it would probably be really overpowered, because we have Sword Spec, we have things like Hodge, we have Wind Fury, so you have all these extra chances to get a melee swing in. So it would probably be a significant buff for warriors until you hit like really late game when you're in absolutely crazy gear and your rage bar is unlimited more or less. But yeah, at the moment rage is, yeah, it's like a buff to warriors, or like melee in general, is a bigger buff to warriors, because the more rage you generate, the more abilities you can use which do more damage. It's like, imagine on rogue if when you crit you instantly got some energy back. That's kind of how rage works. Or like when you crit on a caster, you gained haste for a few seconds. It's like the better you get, the better you get, and it just like compounds itself together into making rage like the ultimate resource when it flows freely, you know? So yeah, I think 10% is a small amount, but warriors, I think they'll jump up a little bit though, right? Didn't buff feral at all. Okay, feral druids. Okay, maybe hot take. Feral druids are one spec in Season of Discovery, which should basically always be overpowered. Because being melee and not having Wind Fury in a raid is terrible. It is a miserable experience. I remember playing Ret in TBC. Sometimes we'd do a Zulaman, right? It'd be like a random group, and occasionally I didn't have a Shaman. And it was just terrible. Like, I borderline wouldn't want to raid if I didn't have Wind Fury. For Alliance only. Yeah, for Horde it's kind of just... Yeah, it sort of is what it is, right? For Horde, Feral's kind of meh. Wild Strikes does give like a percent attack power damage proc instead of a flat one, which Wind Fury gives. So late game it is better. It will scale better. But yeah, it's very much in Blizzard's interest to make Feral a bit too good. If I had to say in it, Feral would be at least where Elemental is now. Like, I would be making sure Feral is very worth bringing and people want to play it. Because people wanted to play it in Phase 1, right? Because it did a lot of damage. Yeah, Feral on Alliance is a must. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if I was playing Melee then, I would want Feral so much in my group. They'll lead a pack, they'll be in high demand. I mean, it'll just be the case of how many people want to play the spec, right? Because we've just come from a version of the game where we had the stuff that does damage and the, you know, utility stuff, but I don't know if I want to go back to that. Or if I was, and I mean, they're pretty popular, middle of the pack. There's got warriors. No wonder you see people complain about warriors a lot. There's the most of you. You're the most popular class in the game, and rogue is third. No wonder people aren't happy, eh? They bring so much. It's about finding people that want to play Feral though. Because like, obviously people want them, but do people want to play the class? If they're down here and they're like, oh, I'm being brought to this raid because I'm utility. That's the problem. But yeah, they're pretty popular. And what else is popular? Melee Hunter, unsurprisingly, right? Warlock. Warlocks are always less popular than how well they do. I don't know what it is. It's just like comparatively not that many people play it for how good it is. So Warlock's been up here like the whole game so far. Isn't that in the spirit of Classic? Maybe original Classic. I don't know if they want to copy paste that idea for Season of Discovery. It's more popular. Combine the specs. Oh, that's true, isn't it? Well, 18 plus 30. Damn, Hunter's very popular, huh? What about Mage? Oh yeah, Mage is more popular too. Oh, I mean, technically, there's even more Druids. Main tank slapping with the swipe changes. Good to hear. They very much needed that. But yeah, I guess there's an individual spec. Aren't warriors playing arms anyway? Instead of Fury? Frost Mage, oof. Yeah, Frost Mage is just... It's in the bin. Nah, it's just kind of not playable. I'm kind of okay with it though, because mages have Arcane, which is like good. Middle of the pack is fine. And they have Fire, which is very good. Depends on weapons. Arms is better. Log showed us Fury. I see. Which the bear off tank because Cat feels so bad. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things about playing the game. You are playing a class, not just a spec, and sometimes your spec is kind of bad, and you have to do what you need to do to, get a place in the raid. Frost will be bad to the end. Yep, probably will be. Yeah. And I think you can go down the Frost. The Frost is like AoE farming, and the Frost talent tree is good for PvP. The Frost does like casting Frostbolt and Shatter and stuff in PvP. I don't think it's as good as other specs. A mage at the moment, don't you just run into someone, press Pom Arcane Blast, Arcane Surge, and one-shot them every 3 minutes? I mean, it works every 3 minutes. The 3-minute mage is an absolute classic spec. Been around since TBC, wasn't it? Pom Pyro. Or was that even vanilla? I remember it being good in TBC. These pennants are the new rewards for Revered. Which are bind to Battle.net accounts, so they're tradable between your characters and between factions. And yeah, 4 Agi, 4 Stam, 4 Stam, 4 Spell Power, 4 Strength, 4 Stam. So yeah, takes this 1 rune to change your spec. Like Melee Hunter. I've read plenty of times people are like, I picked a Hunter, I want to be a ranged DPS, but then they've added this melee thing, and you don't want to play melee. It's... Yeah, I always say, you're playing a class, not a spec. Unless you're in a guild, in which case you can afford the luxury of playing a spec. But especially if you're in the pug world, you're very much playing a class. And sometimes the thing that you want to play the most is not the thing that people are looking to bring the most, you know? Feral in your raid turned into Resto. Yeah. Anyway, I hope they get buffs. Obviously, Ranged Hunter and like Paladin, they're getting a small buff. I don't think it's going to do much. And Ranged Hunter, or Marksman, whatever you want to call it, it's just in the bin at the moment. It's just not good. Not good. Needs buffs. But yeah, I've been pretty happy with the past 2 patches they've done. They've changed a bunch of stuff. And we'll see what happens next week. Next week, maybe you're going to see Hunter, and you're not going to see a nerf beneath it for the first time in about 3 months, or however long it's been. How's Pugging in Noma? Probably a bit of a 4 out of 6 experience. Menagerie and Mechaneer are, it can be a little bit tricky if you're uncoordinated. But yeah, maybe next week, Hunter, you shall see more buffs. I'd also like to see buffs for, probably more buffs for Ret. This is kind of like nice, but I'm not quite sure what else they need. Some like better scaling, just abilities to do more damage. The thing that they're missing is Seal of Vengeance, really. Like Seal of Vengeance in Wrath, where it can like proc from Divine Storm, and then when you crit, you get that dot effect and all those things. They're what make it Ret really good in Wrath. And Shadowmourne, obviously. You're not about to get Shadowmourne, but yeah. They're missing some of like the core things that make Paladin good. What else? Frost, I've kind of always been okay with that. And yeah, I don't think this is like too bad. Stuff up for nerf. I've said it in the past stream, wouldn't be surprised if Warlock caught a nerf to one of their fire damage multipliers. Yo, Crix, just in time for something you don't want to hear. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Lake of Fire or Incinerate got a bit of fire damage knocked off it. Because, yeah, if you have Chaos Bolt with improved Scorch Up, with Curse of Elements, with PI, You can crit for over 4,000. Yeah. Yeah, leave what... Yeah, but they're fine, by the way. They're absolutely fine. I think Chaos Bolt will get nerfed. I think they'll hit our fire damage. Because you can do some unreal numbers on Warlocks. Obviously, they're escaping the nerf hammer, because pulling this off is not viable in PvP. Your highest Chaos Bolt is 4,900. Holy! Bro, you'd one-shot level 60s. You'd one-shot them twice. Oh yeah, and Feral. Yeah, I want Feral to be a bit overpowered, so people want to play it, so melee people can have Wind Fury and not hate themselves when they're raiding. At least on Alliance. On Horde, you're kind of okay, because, you know, Shaman... Any Shaman can just put down a Wind Fury totem and say, there you go, boys. You know, you don't have to worry about it. But on Alliance, you kind of have to have a Feral Druid. And again, Fire Mage. This is only 80th percentile. This is only over a range of 1 day as well. But, yeah. Fire Mages, you've got 15% crit from Burnout. You've got 4% from the Well buff. You have 5% baseline. So yeah, after you add everything together, you're going to be over 25% crit, which makes Fire not as RNG as it usually is. It's still very RNG, okay, don't get me wrong, with Hot Streak and everything, but Fire does be pumping right now. Enhance feels good now. Ooh. Buggers, Rogue, they asked me what to bring to your table. Other than kicks, nothing a class can't do. Yeah, this feels like TBC. I don't know if you played TBC. This feels exactly like TBC did for rogues right now. Except in TBC they started doing damage. I don't know about whether they're going to start doing damage anytime soon. 1 day 99. Oh. Ooh. Those crits are coming in. This guy's warriors are fine. See? You don't need buffs. You're doing perfectly well. Alliance Drainer, you want to try Yeah, Shamans are actually... This is pre-nut. Enhancement's about to get 20% more attack power, by the way. Like a flat 20% attack power buff. And Hunters are getting their Raptor Strike nerf, so whoop, you can move them at one spot. And Elemental's doing great too. Which is good to see. I'm happy to see Elemental doing well. I believed in Elemental this patch. They started off kind of slow, but they're getting up there, you know. Ross was the placeholder spec. I guess, yeah. I don't know if you would have played Fire and Molten Core if hypothetically you could. I guess you would have enough crit, right? Yeah, you're probably right. Just Hunters aren't allowed to shine. The thing is about Melee Hunter is it's a pure physical damage dealing class. And it is absolutely... The next pure physical damage dealer here is this guy. Okay? This is how much you're crushing for how you deal damage. So yeah, unfortunately the nerfs were inevitable. Also, Shadow Priest, yeah. I didn't believe in Shadow Priest for Phase 2. Like, straight up, I'll say it. I thought they'd be kind of mid. Like, not mid as in DPS, like mid, like, you know, down here still. Like, Phase 1 was a disaster. See, I'd have to go on the other page, but yeah. Pink guy at the bottom, yeah. This guy needs, probably more buffs, you know. How'd you feel about the raids going back to 40 man? Funnily enough, I ran a poll on this on my channel the other day. I saw some interview about it and people were kind of like really divided on it. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to run a poll, see what people think. Honestly, I've thought about it a lot. I wouldn't mind if they're downsized to 20, but the thing is for me, I'm not going to be making raids. So as long as a raid exists, I don't really mind which size it is. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I ran a poll. And do you want to see 40 player raiding make a return Season of Discovery eventually? 11,000 votes. 60% yes. Oh, sorry, 40% yes. 60% no. Well, out of 11,000 people, no was more popular. Yeah, for 40-man raiding, which is, I mean, you can't deny it's an iconic part of Classic, can you? $300 player. Whoa. Now you're talking, Paul. So yeah, the thing is, I don't know if going back to 40-man is going to be good for the game, to be honest. Like, I'm really unsure whether it's the correct move in the long term for Season of Discovery. And a big reason is because Blizzard have created a lot of new class identities. And if you go to 40-man, how many tanks do you need? 2, and then, you know, 3 or so off tanks, depending. You know, for trash and stuff, things like that. Like a warrior putting on a shield and tanking some trash mob, you know, a fire set, stuff like that. And so you are going to have at least 6 people who want to play some kind of like main tank identity who lose their role. And that will happen if you go back to 40-man raiding. That's concern number 1. Concern number 2 is, depending on how long 10-man raids go on for, we're going to have had a system in Season of Discovery where people have built guilds, communities, gotten to know new people, all in this 10-man raiding environment. And to ask existing guilds to say, okay, now, are you running 4 rosters? Can you combine those 4 rosters together? By the way, you're having to lose 6 tanks. Are guilds running that many rosters at the moment? I don't think that many are running 4 rosters. Hey, Sona, how you doing? And a lot of guilds will just implode if you put it to 40-man, because they're going to have to merge. There's going to have to be so many guild mergers, because people just will not be capable of keeping things how they are at the moment. Your guild has 4? You would say that, Paul. Typical. You have 1, but you haven't managed to get a Noma. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Got a 6 rosters. They went 8 for raid groups at 60. Tanks are going to have to go DPS. I mean, it'd suck, yeah. Imagine you've had a great time so far this season. You've played, you know, one of the new tanks. You played Rogue, which not as popular. You played Warlock, who's been very popular. Played Shaman, very popular. Paladin, very popular. And then it's like, okay, yeah, but you know, we've got Larry over here. Look, Larry's he got Thunder Fury back in vanilla. Okay, he's been the tank in the guild forever. He's going to be main tank. And, you know, then we've got Jerry over here as well. You know, he's been with us forever. So these 2 guys are going to be the main tanks. You know, can you play something else? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you want to play another spec? What do you want to play? And that will be something that happens, I think. So, yeah, it is a bit of a risky business, if you know what I mean. Our tanking works in every version of WoW. Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have to, though, does it? It's like, at the end of the day, like, you know what Blizzard said about pre-mates in Phase 1? Where they were like, oh, you know, we don't want to change this because people like this, and then for Phase 2, they changed it. So, this season is built on people's, like, communications and feedback in regards to stuff, so I'm not saying, I'm not trying to like force destroy 40-man raiding, okay? At the end of the day, if there's a raid I can join, then I'll be happy. But I think there are some like real concerns with trying to move things up from 10 to 40. Convert all your warriors to DPS. Don't think you'll have to do much convincing there. season's about changes. They should look into these things and their potential issues with the environments they've set out. Yeah, I mean, if they want to do 40 man at 60, like they really want to keep that, they basically have to put us to 20 in phase 3 as like a brace for impact that the increase to 40 will be, because it'll get guilds like gradually moving up, and then the next phase comes out and we can move up one more. If we're still at 10 man at level in phase 3, like, I don't know. I really don't know. Or the alternative is Blizzard try to compromise. People probably hate, because they might try and compromise. They've tried to compromise a number of times so far with like, they didn't delay the release of Noma, but they made there be one reset for the first 2 weeks. You know, they've changed the pre-made thing. They didn't give pre-mades their own queue, but they reduced their numbers. Do you know what I mean? They've tried to compromise. 4-way guild gangbangs. Exactly, Bronlock. My point exactly. And they seem to be very adamant about wanting to keep 40-man raiding in some form. But what if they tried to compromise? Imagine, it's not going to happen, but imagine if you could choose whether you did 40 or 20-man. How much would people hate that? That is like heresy to say for Classic, isn't it? You're not allowed to say such things. Could 40-man and 20-man raiding, and you just choose which version of it you do, and you get more or less loot. Oh no, yeah, people are gonna hate it. It is a compromise, though. Compromise is good if neither party likes it, but they accept it. Ooh. If both parties can say something bad and good, is that the goal? 40-man should just be for single bosses, like Oni. I feel like that's still kind of annoying, right? 'Cause you go and like, you finish your MC or your BWL and you're like, okay guys, quick Oni. Oh, raid team 2, they're still on rag. Okay, we're gonna go over there. Oh no, they wiped. Okay, people aren't really gonna wipe, are they? But you know what I mean? You might have to wait. It'd still be kind of a pain. Did Oni with 20 anyways. To be honest, with how powerful we are now in Season of Discovery, that just might be a thing. Mutually assured. Yeah. If everyone's unhappy, then everyone's equally happy, right? They put Season of Mastery Mechanics on SoD. I think they will, you know, Marcus. I think they're definitely going to do that, by the way. Yeah, I think it's more likely they do than they don't. 40 is so special and good, it will survive if we can choose. Ooh, that's a hard pill to swallow, isn't it? Will it? Because I'm pretty sure in Cata, a lot of guilds ended up going down to 10-man, by the way. When you could choose whether you wanted to do 10 or 25. A lot of the more hardcore guilds, they cut out the underperformers. They drop down to 10. And at the end of the day, smaller raid sizes are significantly easier to organize and manage. They did, yeah. I seem to remember them doing so as well. Updating the old raid loot, we're going to be stronger than BT characters in terms of gear. Yeah, our character's power level's already pretty crazy, right? I'm sure they'll update it in some way.
See you around.
Where is Shaman? I will log in him in a minute. That's retail players, they're going to say they missed 10-man raiding. I kind of missed it too, not going to lie, in Cata. Kind of missed it too, but yeah, it's a tough one to say. We'll see what they do anyway. They don't have to like fully make a decision until phase 4 happens, which is obviously quite far in the future still. But yeah, as much as 40-man raiding is definitely an iconic part of the game, it's tough. It's a lot of people. You know, when we went to TBC and in RAF, I didn't really hear anyone ever saying, man, this 10 or 25 man raiding, I wish we had 40 back. And people who liked guilds and, you know, officers and all that stuff back in 2019, 2020, do you want to go back to managing that many people again? Including people who don't show up bench, not even bench, you know what I mean? Just roster in general, upwards of like 50 people. The loot sheets, the organization, the drama. You recruit some guy that seems fine, then he absolutely loses his mind one day. We all have jobs? Yeah. Do you want one in game as well? Because I can give you one. Both factions on same server? PvE server. Yeah, you can have both on both. Both factions, same server. Always been that way. Yep. You're on a PvP server, you have to get 2 separate accounts because vanilla. SoD's a casual version of the game, and then they say 40 man staying. Yeah. Again, it's just an iconic part of Classic, which I can't disagree with. It's the only time 40 man raiding ever existed. Apart from when didn't they do Molten Core as an anniversary event and made that 40 man at some point? It was like the 10-year anniversary in WoD? Was that in WoD? Anyway, yeah, but yeah, it's been the only full expansion when it was yeah, part of the game. Think so? I think so too, yeah. I remember doing that because it was like, I was rerunning Molten, for some reason I remember it was in like summer or autumn, and it was incredibly hot, and I was running Molten Core, and I was just like sweating, and I was like RPing real life being in Molten Core, because it was so hot where I lived. Core Ham mount, yeah, and the battle pet as well. I never got that. I used to collect pets in retail because people who collect pets are very cool. Okay, there's a reason they got rid of it. Yep, similar to the ranking system, another iconic part of Classic, which, given the first opportunity Blizzard had, it went bye bye. Mind you, they've changed it now, haven't they? But they did it when they did was, yeah, it was, I mean, it's kind of impressive, right? That it ever existed. And I don't know how many other MMOs have tried 40-man raiding. I know WildStar tried 40-man raiding. That didn't go so well, if you know what happened to WildStar. But the attunement process in that game was absolutely dumb, like, holy crap. I don't mind an attunement, okay? I didn't mind them in TBC, but, dude, the attunements in WildStar were unreal. Sweating while running MC, it's immersion, right? I felt like I was in the zone, you know? Oh, it's an EverQuest 1 thing. I see. Made WildStar too hard. Yeah, I remember I did a bit of, Genetic Archives was the first one, wasn't it? I barely remember anything about it. We didn't get far. I think people just disbanded because recruitment, getting people through that stupid attunement where you had to kill all the world bosses. Yeah, wasn't a fan. WildStar was made for people who overestimated how many hardcore players left WoW. It unironically was, and that's how they marketed it. It turns out that your hardcore players, whilst being very, let's say, engaged with your game, and very vocal, are not the majority. A lesson harder learned. But yeah. Anyway, I want to do a bit of leveling. I need AP, so I'll be right back real quick, and then we'll carry on, okay? I shall BRB. Right then, so I've actually made I've made life difficult for myself and my Shaman. In that I did loads of pre-questing before level 25 because I wanted the gold because it was my first character on the Horde side. And now I kind of have barely any quests to do, so I've got a few left in 1,000 Needles, and I was thinking, is it worth just grinding Razorfang Crawl for a bit? Like, is that doable solo? Or is it just going to be terrible? I'm actually not sure. Ooh, before I go. Yes, it's what I'm talking about earlier with these items. So, these new heirlooms, or whatever you want to call them, yeah, they're from my Warlock. So, thank you very much. And I'm going to pop these on. That, and that. So, yeah. Just a couple items to help the alts out, you know? Pretty nice, right? And then I'll be able to take them back off and trade them back to whoever, really. Just go do stocks. I unironically wish I could. But, this guy, he does know stockades. He is full on Zug Zug. Yeah, can only use outside, by the way. Damn, dude, I'm pretty much like in front of a fireplace indoors right now, on a nice sofa reading a book. Oh, here's outside. Nice. Okay. Which shadows that on the map? That will be the Atrix maps. This one right here. Could get a corpse maker. Oh, that'd be nice. I don't know if I can solo it, because like my guy is squishy as hell. He's got 880 health. I did boon some buffs. We'll see how it goes though. It's kind of weird with 1,000 Needles. You never really come here as Alliance. You come here, pick up one quest here, which you hand in over here and get a flight path. And then you kill some wyverns, and that is... Oh, and there's the Warlock quest here for Fell Hunter. And then that is pretty much it. And you never care about this zone ever again. I'm too low level for RFK. I thought the elites now are 25 to 26. Or I like hit the lockout in 12 minutes. Shimmering Flats. I've never really counted Shimmering Flats as this same zone, but I guess yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, fine, right. You do Shimmering Flats, but I've always like imagined Shimmering Flats as its own zone. Grade at 30 to 35. I'm on Wild Growth EU. So what should I do? Because I don't have quests now. I kind of want to... I could always join some dungeon groups and do that, but... Or I could just farm them solo. It's kind of like for like, right? I'll lose out on some XP from grouping, which I could get solo. Hey, Borums. I want to do this, Ooh, someone's doing the escort. I'll try and get the next rotation on that. Yeah, pets and CC. I might give it a look. If it's bad, then... Like, where else would I go? SFK? Ooh, didn't know they cast. Do I have grounding? Oh, man. 350 crit, though. Holy. I haven't played this character in a minute. I'm going to be forgetting all my keybinds. Actually, I'm having to look at my keybinds right now to remember where everything is. RFK? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but we'll see. Decent damage, though. These guys hit kind of hard. Got Earth Shock. I'm also doing a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage as well. Holy. And a Groot for RFK. Healer and DPS. There's one there. I want to try and get these quests out of the way first. Yo, Alexander, what up? Your opinion, what makes Warlocks the most exciting in Season of Discovery? I don't know if I'd say the most exciting at the moment, but in PvE, they do a lot of damage. They're pretty easy to play. They've got a variety of different specs you can go as a tank. You can go down full down to the Demonology tree and get Soul Link. Or you can do the Destruction tree for more threat. They're not that great in PvP though. The event that's on at the moment, the STV event's kind of just annoying as a Warlock. Actually, I haven't done it in a bit, to be fair. Maybe it's better now. No Water Shield, but Lava Lash. Lava Lash, it's doing like... It does too much damage. I can't not take it. SL. Ooh, imagine. I need some better add-ons in this guy. I should just be pressing Shamanistic Rage, basically. He has Kick, okay. Right, I need to not die to that. But yeah, I just need to press Shamanistic Rage. I'm just saving it for this boss thing here. So it's going to be a level 28 Elite. Ooh, look at that, two-hander. 4 strength, 1 agi, 8 stam. That's pretty good. Damn. That's a good shield as well. 3 strength, 2 agi, 4 stam. I'll probably take the shield because this isn't viable till two-handed mastery. And I don't know where you get that. Shamanistic Rage is enough. It definitely will be enough, yeah. And over on EU, we still have the pre-nerf version. Okay, so tomes. Man, I have not played this character in a minute, and Shamans always have the most tomes, I swear. Most tomes, most keybinds. Healing Stream. I'll put you there. So Healing Stream. That one. Rebuffed, so I don't know how long the fight's going to be. Quick drink. I don't know how... Okay, can this guy knock me off the cliff? That's the only thing I need to know. I feel like he has a knockback because I'm on a big cliff, and that's the kind of thing Blizzard would do. Okay, it's quite high level. Shamanistic Rage early. Should have I done that? Yeah, I can spend the mana. So... Ooh, don't hit me with something else. I'm breeding it. Okay, put down a poison cleansing. I'm not using my abilities enough. Poison cleansing will get that. Poison cleansing? Okay, health pot. With a flame shock. He's enraged. There's no point like trading 1 for 1. There's a respawn, that is not ideal. Let's try and hit him here. Probably die after. Worth. Right, I got it. Oh, do I have to run? Oh, come on, I can't believe there's a respawn there, man. That is some bad RNG. Worth. That is literally a worth moment. It's like, I know I'm going to die, but I'll take you down with me. I got the quest done. So I'm going to have to run back there and res up, and I'm going to try and go over here and get this done as well. If there wasn't a respawn, I had that. Thoughts on the melee hunter nerf? Do you think it was needed? Unfortunately, yeah. I know hunters have been like the beating sack for nerfs this game so far. But yeah, it was doing too much damage in PvE specifically. I think even after the nerf, you're still a top 3 damage dealer. I think you're still doing pretty good. At least I didn't unboon. I want to save these for testing RFK. They're still top 3. They should be. They're so far. They were already like Fire Mage, Destrolock, Melee Hunter. Those are the top 3. That not in order. In order, it's like Melee Hunter, Fire, Destro. After the changes, it'll be Fire, Destro, Melee. And then 4th, I think, is actually going to be Enhancement Shaman. Because Enhancer's getting a flat 20% damage buff. Which is pretty good. Over here. And I swear, I never do I never come up here and do these quests. But I know that the other guys over here with the escort. But there's like mysteriously like half a dozen mobs up here. Like why is there so much mob density up here? How did they even get up here? Like, what are they doing? Like, they can't exactly nip down the shop and get lunch, can you? It seems just highly inconvenient. What the? Why do these Tauren babies look cursed? Wait, they're too big to be babies. Yeah, this whole place is weird. There's that baby place in... Where is it? In TBC. We have the witch. In Nagrand, I think, right? And she's evil. Someone will know what I'm talking about. %11 nerf. That's not too bad then. Not too bad. That damage. There's a burning pyres, not babies. That was close enough. Yeah, I was thinking that, gee, they are Tauren though, so I was like, maybe they're just big babies, you know? Seems a bit precarious though, you know? Just pop little Timmy on the edge next to the cliff, yeah? Rorschach. Look at this big deeps. Okay, hopefully the guy over here is respawning now as well. I saw somebody doing the escort a bit ago. Hoping for some ranged hunter love soon. Me too. Damn it, somebody just started it. It's Boris Johnson. Typical. And everything's dead over here as well. This is a highly unfortunate timing. Is this one of these quests that has a terrible respawn time, or should I, like, wait here for a bit? Or should I go do another quest? Or just go farm mobs somewhere? How do you think Blizzard are going to support all these meme spec 660 with tier sets? And they weren't designed for them? Do you think they'll change the tier? Yeah, so Judgment, so Paladin's tier 2 was already data mined to have been changed. Yeah. So I think they are going to be changing the tier, yeah. Other layers? Oh, never mind. Stuff's respawning. I think we're okay. As long as the stuff does kill, I'm gaining XP. We're going to reach 60 and they're going to go, what do we do now? Consecrate baseline. That would be nice. We have a source. Yeah, I'm not exactly doing much at the moment. I'll see if I can find it. Hang on. Un memento. I do remember seeing it. I haven't looked at this in a while though. Judgment. Hello? Somebody changed how you spell judgment? Oh, hang on. Boss is here. I'll look in a moment. Dude, my guy is so squishy right now. Holy crap. I'm literally a piece of paper. I'll make most of that berserking. Berserking's pretty good actually. If you use it when you're low health, it is giving back a hell of a lot of stats for when you get it. You had to resist. I think I'm dead. Yeah. It resisted, man. Damn, if I can't even do these mobs, I'm going to struggle in RFK, aren't I? Right, let me find this, the updated stuff for Judgment. It's different. Yeah, I was thinking that it's different. I know there's Judgment without a knee and with a knee. These respawns are just killing me up here now. It's because I don't know the questing zone too well. Let's see. I was prepared for a 2v1, not a 3v1. Melee hunter with one-hander or two-handers, they'll still use dual wielding even after the changes. Will we ever get to play an Outland again? Somewhat of a cynical outlook, but I think no, to be honest. I would definitely doubt that Season of Discovery would carry on into TBC. I think that is very unlikely. What voice you have? Hey, thanks, man. As far as having a Horde Paladin, nah, it would have been in from the start. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. But it hasn't, so I don't think it would. Let's get Maelstrom. Isn't Maelstrom the dark? Is Maelstrom from Dark Riders, or is that something else? I think right now I just need to, apparently I need to equip some stamina or something? Wait, have I just got like no stamina? Because I went and bought a bunch of gear. I think I might have just bought no No, I do have stamina. Alright, my guy's just squishy as hell then. That's something else entirely. Not run off the edge. Around 35. Ooh, you know, it might be a bit tough. I can't find this Judgment update from Season of Discovery. I am sure I saw it though. Yeah, I can't find it right now. Unfortunately. It's okay, I was actually waiting for the respawn to happen. So I wanted to die there. Okay. This is okay. The Maelstrom, that was the one where people were complaining about, right? Because you like had to do laps around Desolus or something. Right, let's play it a little bit more safe here. I don't fancy going back and doing that run again. Now I kill him in 2 seconds this time around. This is truly one of the most WoW moments of all time. It was nerfed, now it's pretty quick. Good, good. Yeah, I heard it was pretty terrible pre-nerf, right? Damn, this is like, they can kill me in a few seconds, but I can do it as well. I'm gonna just take out the Geomancer here if I can split pull them, but it's gonna cast a fireball, so can't really just pull him. Unless I can pull the melee guy by himself and line of sight the other one. Oh, range. You know when Season of Discovery came out and people were worrying like the questing would be too easy because of all these buffs and stuff? I mean, I guess it is easier, right? But just a little bit closer. No, that's too far. Yeah, it should do. Oh no. This is fine. I'm gonna give him the old duck and weave here. Okay, come on, put your head down behind there. You're definitely out of line of sight if you wanted to be. There you go. He's put slow on me. Ooh, troll racial with the big carry there. Holy. That's like a full value berserking there. Love to see that. Alright. And now I shall kill this guy, and the respawn will happen instantly for the escort, and I will do that without issue. Dude, look at this guy's sword. Crap, he looks straight out of ZG or something. What is this? Okay, so the guy respawns here, I guess? Surely the respawns for the mobs will not happen before he does. Do I prefer Wrath to TBC? I know the rotations and the raid comps and rec grinds and the tunes were annoying in TBC, but it felt like as though it had actual phases. Whereas Wrath only had 2 and arenas are worse. I think, as somebody who focuses mainly on raiding, I do prefer Wrath in that regard. The rotations for me just feel a bit better in Wrath, and I do kind of enjoy progression raiding, which is kind of at odds with how things usually work in Classic. Usually go into a raid in Classic and think, what is the boss going to drop? Not, are we going to kill the boss? And there's been very few bosses in Wrath of the Lich King which come under that way of thinking. Old Obsidian Edge model, is it really? I didn't know. No, absolutely farming. Right, respawn please, whenever you're ready. You look like a kind old wizard. What do I even do with this information? Nice, I guess. Nice. I can't think of what else to say to that. I will immediately go out and live in a forest. And start one of those channels where people... They build things in a wood, but they have a curious amount of perfectly cut objects which they're using to assemble things. But they're doing it as like a totally, you know, wildlife building thing. But they also have like a chainsaw on the down low. You have a tower. Towers are cooler. Yeah, it actually have respawned before the guy. Unreal. Unreal, man. Got some cooldowns here. I am waiting in the right place, yeah. This escort quest is going to reappear next to me. Bushcraft, that's the one. I have to heal again. I'm a bit... This guy's kind of clapping. Okay. Not even close. I am? Okay, good. Alright. I will be patient then. Yo, Peter. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by. Growing up, you thought a wizard lived across the street, but he was a comic book artist. I mean, that's just real life magic, you know? Bit of that. I tell you what, what's going to happen here? I'm going to predict the future. I'm going to take this escort quest. I'm going to walk over here. There's going to be about 47 mobs. The escort quest is going to do that thing where they walk into them, but they don't aggro them straight away. Like they walk about halfway through them, and then they instantly aggro everything and die. And then I jump off the cliff and die as well. In game. That is that's what's going to happen with this quest. I'm about 54.8% sure recurring. There she is. Okay.
Hail.
Alright, let's go. $25 here. Yeah, I did all the quests, like all of them. I didn't think I did as many quests as I believe so, but yeah, I've pretty much emptied the map, so I'm having to quest here really. Even Hillsbrad. This is my Hillsbrad right now. I have the Murloc quests, and that's it. Do BFD. No, I should do BFD really, but... Yeah, I didn't realize how much stuff I did. But I have some gold though, so you know what, worth. These are they're waiting for me over here. I need to like get the advantage before there's respawns. Okay. But yeah, I should do BFD at some point, but BFD's kind of... I can kind of do it whenever. Also, I'm not the most geared, so I might not have the easiest time finding a group. People are going to be picky if I'm pugging. Even though it's kind of whatever. Could do sleeping bag quest. I'm kind of down for doing that. I did really enjoy that quest. And I can just run about for like half an hour. So many people are running it. On PvE servers, there's a lot less people playing at like... Actually, I guess it's 6 PM European time now, so it's kind of peakish, but... I'm kind of down for doing the sleeping bag quest, though. I might do that, you know. I think I'll do that, actually. How do I get to Westfall? I'll have to go Orgrimmar, STV, and run up, right? Is that the best way? This is what I was worried about. Let's pull you now. Grongol and swim, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna need the fodder anyway. It gives a good... Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do that. That's a good suggestion. I know it's like a lot of running, but I'm kind of just down to chat anyway. Because the quest levels I'm at, I should... pretty much solo dungeon grind where I'm having to like pay a lot of attention. Do a BFD, which, you know, I may or may not be able to find a group or whatever, but... Get a sleeping bag done now, get a bunch of XP. Yeah, that should go pretty well. Resistant to resist. I just want to do Earthshock. And I shouldn't die. I'll probably pop my boon. I went and got DMF, but... Actually, it's 20% move speed. I've got Ghost Wolf. I am a Shaman. Aha. Alright, I'll just run then. Oh, the Brill one. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Then have to get 2 Zeppelins. Do you reckon it's a time saver? Just from going from Orgrimmar to go to Brill and then get the other Zeppelin? And one of the things you appreciate about playing Horde is Horde have like really good transport routes around the world. Like having a camp in the middle of STV, having Zeppelins that go to where they go, it's so nice. It is? I'll give it a go then. Anyway, to get more student fodder? Nope, not this phase. You get 8, and 8 is it. Done many Horde Deadmine runs. I shall try then. Eee. Howard Fortitude. Nice. Doubles my kind of terrible health bar. Alliance flight pathing. Have you seen the flight path from like Ratchet to what you call it? Ratchet to Darkshore, or not Darkshore, Aubergine. Oh god. That flight path is absolutely terrible. If you haven't taken the Ashara, if you don't have the Ashara flight path, you literally have... the flight path goes up, then it goes down, then it goes up, then it goes down again. It's like actually a meme how bad it is. The Ratchet flight paths, yep. Oh no, don't pull the other two. Please don't pull the other two. Okay. I think we're good. It's like 11 minutes on that flight path. Oh, the classic. Holy crap, get me out of the way. Okay, please do not pull anything. Oh, she's level 30. Damn, she should be escorting me.
How may I aid you?
Oh, look, someone's must be making bank. People are charging 2 to 3G for Scarlet Monastery summons. It must be the easiest gold ever. Yeah, the flight paths are literally like, you have 11 minutes, go do something else for a bit, okay? Go, I don't know, go tidy your room, go do the washing up. Go, just get up and do something for 11 minutes. They're kind of nice in that regard, but yeah, when you're trying to get stuff done, they can take a while. Soul shards to stockpile. Shards are okay now because, you know, the quality of life buck. You can get shards from just draining. You don't have to get a killing blow anymore. So it's pretty good. You can even get shards from dueling, I believe. You duel someone, you press Drain Soul rank 1, and you can just fill your bags with shards over a few minutes. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. So I made the sleeping bags 3 minutes. Yeah, I kind of feel so as well, right? And, you know, 3 minutes, it's fine. Everything in Classic takes a little bit longer. That do be how the game goes, he says, doing an escort quest to his... Okay, she's walking at walking speed, alright? Oh, wait. I'm passing her. No, I'm overtaking. Heading to the finish line here. This is breakneck stuff. Nah, I think we're going at the same speed. But yeah, you know these escort quests when they're like slightly slower than run speed or walk speed, but faster than run speed, and yeah. She's taking her time though. Why do all these escape quests where they're like, please save me, and then they're just like, I'm gonna walk though, not gonna run. At least they could say they're injured. What do you reckon for the Warlock leveling? 25 to 40, you don't have meta. Plan to get it at 40. I think you just go Affliction. Rich Deep Affliction, go down the talent tree, just still get Nightfall and stuff. Nightfall's kind of bad before you get the next rank of Shadow Bolt, which is like at 28, but it was Affliction all the way for me. It's just so much more efficient. Just Haunt, Master Channeler, Instant Cast Corruption, pull 2 or 3 things at once. Should be fine. And we're done. Okay, let's... I don't need to hand instruct. I'm gonna go do a sleeping bag thing, or... Yeah, it'll be faster to run from where I'm at. Right, so we're just gonna do a bit of running. I'll probably get the sleeping bag thing done, and then we'll see where we're at. Which runes am I using? I'm using Dual Wield Spec, Shamanistic Rage, and Lava Lash. And I think for enhancement, at least when you're leveling, these are like... These 3 are basically mandatory. There's not really another choice, in my opinion. I think they're just clearly head and shoulders above everything else. Siphon and Drain Life. And Siphon got bug fixed. Siphon didn't used to work with Haunt. That only got bug fixed the other day. I didn't even realize, to be honest, but... Yeah, that's even better. But you just heal so much, you never go boom. Yeah, it's just a good time. How's the Shaman changes? I am too low level to be able to appreciate them. But, especially when it comes to PvE, I think the changes are quite nice. Can't use outside Classic. Feel like nobody takes the last Warlock talents. On my Warlock, when I go a farming spec, I I don't take Dark Pact. I put 1 point into improved Shadow Bolt on the off chance I get a Nightfall proc and it crits. That's how useless Dark Pact feels. I would rather do that. Spirit of the Alpha's new. Yeah, I don't really have anyone else to cast it on though. It's fine. I'm just going to get Sleeping Bag done. And we'll go for a nice bit of cardio here. My guy is going to be running for about half an hour at least. Yeah, you don't take Conflag either for destruction. You take 1 point in improved imp. And you can go Soul Link for demo or for tanking, but you're sacrificing a lot of threat generation. Cast Alpha on NPC. Ooh, that's a good idea. How long does the buff last for? Yeah, but it's fine though. I'll go. I don't need to rush it. I'm just pretty much. I'm gonna be running and get my sleeping bag right now, because damn, I could use the XP just to like tie me over a little bit, you know. 30 minutes. That's pretty good. And can you just use it on anyone when you're running about? And does like, do you lose the debuff if they click it off? Like if I was running past some guy now, and I was like, I'm just going to buff you alpha, and they're like, I don't want to do more threat, and they click it off. Do you lose the buff, or what happens? I guess you still keep it, right? There's no way, like, the game would know somebody else has clicked it off. Sure, no, yeah. I'd expect it to be no. Apparently you can use it on a totem. Oh. Yo, that's pretty, that's easy then, right? Okay, so we grab this. It works on a totem, alright. Easy, easy. And now we need to go to Westfall. Just tried. Alright, that is enjoy your 20% attack power buff forever then. Yeah, wrong way. I swear, I nearly went up there for the Zeppelins and I was like, wait. No, yeah, no. You know in Cata when they change the position of the Zeppelins, they like put them over here somewhere? Yeah, I literally just went that direction. I was like, hold on, that's not right. Do it so on the open world. Oh yeah, if you see a hunter and you give alpha to their pet, 45% extra damage on their pet, hunters are gonna love that, aren't they? What happened to the Wow It's Hard channel? I remember him. Yeah, the like little stickman animations. Probably just doing it for a bit of fun. Thing is, like animation channels like that, they tend to be a lot of effort, and shorter, like videos that are on the shorter side aren't kind of like paid as well on YouTube, unfortunately. It's hard to do short videos and be full-time. Pretty much. So he's probably just doing it for fun either way. So, okay. Apparently, you go to Orgrimmar. Ignore that. You go to Brill, and then get the Zeppelin from Brill to STV and jump off. And it's like, it comes in at a better angle for getting to Westfall. So we're going to do that. This is the right one, yeah? Yeah.
Hurry back!
But yeah, it is nice it working on the totem. That's pretty huge. Can't use outside again. Ooh, just in time for the Zeppelin. AI generation draw stick figures. Nah. It's still got a Gorak. He's still going. Gorex guides, of course. He's been going since vanilla as well, or for a long time at least on classic. And I remember watching those hardcore death compilations. There was one of them one time in a Zeppelin where I think somebody was standing on like the side over here on the Zeppelin, and when the Zeppelin moves forward, for some reason this bit isn't like coded to move forward, and he just went flying out the back of the Zeppelin and died. It was like the most random death ever. I don't know which side, it's like either on this side or one of the two of them. But yeah, I would not recommend doing that. Maybe they fixed it. I've actually no idea. I was like, that is such a classic way to to die on that. Testing new ways to die. Maybe. I mean, you've got hardcore self-found mode will be out on... Is it Thursday? Is it out on the 29th? It's out this week. I know that. What do you guys reckon? Are you guys going to be playing hardcore self-found? Or are you, is it too early to be playing hardcore again? Because that is a pretty big time investment. Especially when you're self-found. Ooh. If you die, it like hurts all the more because you've had to do everything yourself. All the professions, all the gathering, all the items, everything. Yep. Oh, you're an enjoyer. Yeah, I think I'll stream it a bit. It should be fun, right? Keeps you away from hardcore classic. Yeah. It's, kind of wonder if they'd make it like... Well, there's, I think it's in ARPGs. They like you have a stash or something. I don't play ARPGs, I've just heard about this, but... You have a stash and like you can put items, a certain number of items in there. So even if you're on a hardcore character and you die, you can like still use those items on another character or something, right? I don't know. Yeah, I don't really play too many ARPGs. I think the last one I tried was Diablo 3, and that was unironically the first ARPG I've tried. And yeah, I didn't like it too much, just never got into them. I know Last Epoch's been like a big thing recently, hasn't it? But I never got into the combat on ARPGs. It's just like, it's a mix between... It feels kind of easy because you just walk in a straight line and one-shot everything. But you also have to pay a lot of attention. Because occasionally there's like some little bolt that'll one-shot you, or you have to like navigate through loads of hallways and use movement abilities in a really precise way to be efficient. I don't know, it's always just kind of like unsatisfying to me as well. A PoE enjoyer? Ah, very nice. I am very clueless on them. I've only like heard things. The bugs keep you away as well, yep. The game can be buggy. Haven't played Horde either, hoping there's some form of a vanilla classic with enough of a player base. I mean, there's classic era, that's never going to go anywhere. Want to play more ARPGs too, but you can't keep up with all the WoW. There do be a lot of WoW. Yeah, I've seen the, like, is it the talent trees in PoE? And you look at it and you're like, holy crap. It's like, let me just get out the spreadsheet real quick and start doing some maths on what build I need to get together here. No, I don't know, it just seems really difficult to get into, but when you're into it, it's probably a lot of fun. I just never did do so. Was there an earlier death token system for hardcore? You'll recall correctly, it was considered a way to cover a bit for lag, deaths and bugs and so on. I don't think so, no. Blizzard, they've always kind of been like, if you die, you're dead. Never tried D2? No, the first one I ever played was D3. And I played it because of some friends, basically. They were playing it, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a go. And I think it was on sale or something. And it was pretty fun playing co-op. But yeah, I got to the end game bit, and I don't know, I just kind of got bored with the combat. It's fun to play as co-op, but that's just kind of games in general, right? Things tend to be fun when you're playing with other people. So I'm going to take this one, and I need to jump off, like, instantly, apparently. Most people got following a guide. Most people, yeah. I mean, it's same with, even stuff like Season of Discovery, you're meant to, like, discover stuff, but... there's a lot of guides out there. And sort of, you know, builds and what you should be doing with your character, and... Often people just, you know, they don't want to, like, theory craft everything, they just want to, you know, log in and see what's new and play the new thing. Pyoe in chess, only games 2k hours invested, still a noob. The never-ending learning curve. Yeah, as far as games go, I pretty much play a lot of WoW, a lot of RuneScape. I think, yeah, those are the main two for me. Beyond anything else. Played RuneScape before WoW existed. Ugh. That was 1 or 2 years ago. And then WoW came out and I saw the cinematic and I was like, oh, this looks neat. And here I am. Basic, old school RuneScape, my man. Yeah, old school. I've not logged into it for a while now, you know. I have an Iron Man who's about 2k total, but I just started hitting the endgame zones and grinds and I kind of got burned out on it. And then there's just been lots of stuff in Classic, so... I mean, you know what RuneScape's like, it's so grindy, right? So I haven't really had time to do everything I want to do. I don't even know when the last time I played properly was. I haven't done the new raid at all, the desert one. TOA. 2k and it's annoying after. Yeah. I think like 2k is kind of a wall. You get to the point where all your skills are pretty high, there's nothing, you can't like go and get yourself an easy level, they don't exist anymore. Okay, so I need to jump off. Yeah, I guess like straight away here. Hey, nice. Yeah, it does seem a bit closer. Alright, good. Oh, the worst bit is prayer flick. I honestly can't stand prayer flicking in RuneScape at all. I've never been able to do it. Like clicking a button every 1.6 seconds. I'm like, nah, I'd rather farm prayer pots. But then I constantly run out of prayer pots because I use prayer for everything, so I'm playing like I'm on a main, so it's like a problem I've caused for myself, but it still annoys me, you know? Can't stand prayer flicking. I wish they got rid of it from the game, but hey. They seem to have designed the Inferno around it, so yeah, here's what it is. Lost time by waiting in Brill. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but it's fine. We're here now. We're on the way. Game called Turf Battles. Don't know that one. I am not awares. I think the new hardcore mode's pointless without new servers. I would have liked it to have new servers. I mean, at the end of the day, it's self-found, so you're kind of, you know, you're not super reliant on there always being other people about, you know. But at the same time, it's not solo self-found. You will still be able to group for things. And I just don't think they wanted to overly fragment the player base. But I guess when you create a character, you're going to have some, like, buff under your character saying self-found or whatever, right? And people will just know. The reef shark? I don't think there's any reef sharks around here. I know there's one that chomps people in Theramore. But I think this is safe. The most dangerous thing is everything over there. Everything over there is just instant death for me, so I'm just not going to go over there. I have water walking, actually. I don't know if I have the materials on me. Enhancement. Have I not learned it, or? Wait, do I not have water walking yet? No. No, I don't. And I don't have the materials anyway. Unlucky. There's the hardcore mode where you permanently ban your account when you die. Now that is what I'm waiting for. You never tried RuneScape, you're, you know, if you get rather invested into games, then it's probably for the best at this point, you know. It's probably for the best. Because, oh boy, that game is grindy. That game is real grindy. Well, EverQuest 1. I never played EverQuest either, at all. It's addicting as hell. Yeah, when you, it's like the amount of stuff to do in the game is absolutely unreal. At least I have Ghost Wolf, though. That will speed me along. There is always something else to do on RuneScape. You'll start leveling up a skill because you want to do a quest, and then midway through leveling up that skill, you'll get a clue, and then you'll do the clue, and you'll start the clue, but to do the clue, you need to do another quest, and to do that quest, you need to level another skill, and then you're leveling that skill, and then you find you need more potions, and you go to make more potions, and you're making more potions, and then you need to go buy stuff from a shop, and then you realize you need more runes, so you go to another shop to buy more runes, and you get more runes, and then you're thinking, oh, I should train some magic, actually, and then you end up training magic, and you just don't end up knowing what you're doing, because there's, like, so much stuff to do, and it's so easy to, like, have that happen in RuneScape. And you just get into, like, a never-ending spiral of things. Yo, Troy, what up? Thanks. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate that. Should have played that during lockdown. It would have tied you over. I can guarantee that. But it's, beware. That's all I can say, okay? You tend to get a bit addicted or overinvested in stuff. Definitely, beware. Okay? Original EQ is one of the most hardcore MMOs. Death penalties, almost no quests. Can only group up to level mostly. Holy. So I know when WoW came out, WoW was like the casual MMO, right? How much XP? I got 3.1k XP for that. Ooh, and a swiftness pot. Nice. And I got a potion I need for another quest. Wait, I actually did as well. Holy. This is the most efficient leveling you've ever seen. I just saved myself from having to buy that off the auction house by coming here. Damn, I should be writing a leveling guide or something. Do I not have Ancestral Recall? Right. Looks like we're going to Ghetto Hearth in Deadmines then. This still works, right? Pretty sure it works. SoD during lockdown would have been something else. I mean, we pretty much had Classic and lockdown, and that was something else. Save 6 silver. Yeah, exactly. Huh? Not everyone can say that, can they? I'm just too efficient. I've got my... Where's my... Yeah, here's the macro. I'm going to press this magical super hacker button, and it's going to teleport me back to Orgrimmar. I've got several super hacker buttons. Got one to reset instances. This one puts you in a raid for a moment, so you can enter raids by yourself. I don't know if you need to... I don't know if this is necessary for SoD, but when you're like soloing ZG for mounts or something, you can just click this button and walk in the raid solo. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Surely I will not die running in here. What melee class is best for farming in the open world? Not Hunter. enhancement shaman, I think. And if you're not horde... I'm trying to like pick rogue or ret. Oh, I forgot about feral. Damn, I'm like Blizzard, huh? I think they're all good, but they're all basically okay apart from warrior. The answer is not warrior, essentially. Come in here, and then press this. Hearthstone. Now? Now? There we go. Took a minute. Good, good, good. Just some good old clever use of game mechanics or something. So now I need to go to... Yeah, I need to go back to, what you call it? Crossroads, I think. Classic. It is a classic. What's this? Well, it's basically creative use of game mechanics with an in-game system. So normally if I was in a party now and I left the instance group while being in the same dungeon then with the party, it will teleport you to your Hearthstone location shortly after you leave. And this macro basically places you into a party for like 1 second and then disbands the party, so the game thinks you've left a party and it teleports you back to your Hearthstone location. Bit like that. Don't know how the macro works, but you know, it works. That's good enough for me. And you can do that with any dungeon in the game. If you had a Hearthstone at, let's say, I don't know, Badlands or something on Horde, and you wanted to get there, but it was on cooldown, you could go into Ragefire Chasm, press that macro, and it'll teleport you over there. And you don't need your Hearthstone to be off cooldown. The macro? Yeah, I can share it. You just have to make sure stuff is on different lines, so it looks like this, okay? This... Yeah, so this is line number 1. This is line number 2. Don't press spacebar after this. Just copy this in as the line number 2. Okay? So let me put this in here. And... Wait, I meant to split those. So yeah, just put it in so it looks like this. So after it says Hearthstone, there's the /. Just press spacebar after Hearthstone, and then just... It should work. It's pretty handy though. Anyway, I'm just flying over here real quick. I'm just going to be right back 1 sec while I'm flying. Just in time, or thereabouts. So now we get onto the proper part of the quest. Honestly, this... Having to go to both zones is like... I don't know why they make both factions do it, do you know what I mean? It's like, if you're Horde, can you just go to Barrens, and if you're Alliance, can you go to Westfall? Because like, afterwards, you have to go into Stone Talon, which is... It's kind of contested, right? Actually, wait, I can fly there. I'm Horde now. I can fly to Sunrock Retreat. I have a decent flight path. Holy crap, I forgot. Right, let's try this again. Used to going on Alliance, so you take the quest down here and you literally just have to run up here and there's no better option.
Zug zug.
Zug Zug 2U2. Alright, sweet, let's fly up there. Oh, loving this Horde bias gameplay. Thank you, Blizzard. Horde has all the good flight paths. They do have some nice flight paths, I will not lie. Wait until you have to go to Lockmadan. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. You've got me on that one. Wait, how do I even get... Oh my god, I'm gonna have to run from Tarren Mill. Oh no. Because I have to go here. And... Do mages have portal to Kargath yet? Wait, no, that doesn't exist. I'm thinking of Stonard. Yeah, there's no portal to Kargath, is there? No, there's a portal to Stonard. I think, but I don't know if you have it yet. I don't have this either. Oh no. Alright, well that's fine, okay. This is fine because I'm gonna have to come back up here to finish the quest anyway. Might find, yeah, so this might be a find a summon angle because that is one hell of a run. Is there summons on miscellaneous here? There isn't. Maybe useful if they put summons on this. Summon services sell Badlands. That would be great. Yeah, that, because then I can get Kargath, and then I might die once or twice in Badlands. I don't know. I think like the tigers are so fast, and it might be clear though, right? There's a lot of people leveling there. Yeah, I'll Westfall's the next step after this, isn't it? Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Not Westfall, sorry. Lockmadan. Travel services and bulletin board filters. Why do I have all these selected? BBC, vanilla. I've got everything selected here. Travel? Vanilla filter. Wintergrasp? I guess they're like vanilla as everything in classic. Did I update? I haven't updated it today. Sorry, I'll just keep an eye. I'll just... Look, people selling summons are like fiending for customers. I'm sure I'll get a summon real easy if somebody's actually summoning. It was under trade. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Should be fine. So it's around here somewhere, right? Up here? Question mark? Here? This might be it. Yeah, this is it. Somebody actually, like, big brain finding this path here. For real. Or complain about Alliance favoritism, they protest too much. I mean, people were saying in Phase 1, like, a lot of the runes were in Alliance territories. And do you know what I say to that? Do you know where Shadowfang Keep is? It's in an uncontested Horde territory. Razorfang Crawl, Razorfen Downs, uncontested Horde territory. Scarlet Monastery Graveyard, Armory, Library, Cathedral, uncontested Horde territory. So yeah, you've had to go to the runes in Phase 1, Alliance have had to go to Horde zones. for nearly 20 years. And you know what? To top it off, you get a teleport directly to Gnomeregan. Like right outside the instance. Outrageous, isn't it? Imagine. Alright, let's get this done. So I think you talk to... Yeah, you get and you get a bag too from this as well. I'm going to pick the... shovel. Shovel. It's a shovel angle. I'll not light the fire? Huh? Oh, I wanted to light the fire. Why is it not lightable? Oh well. No flight path and STV in the north. I was kind of hoping they'd put that in for SoD, but nope, it's get over to Westfall and enjoy the run. And take those. And now it is Loch Modan. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a summon. Oh, and that... Wait, my Hearth's on cooldown. Oh, it resets the cooldown now. I didn't even know it did that. So, realistically, what's the fastest way I can get there if I can't find a summon? Or... I think I just have to run back here. Go Tirisfal. Go Terran Mill, and then run. Gromcol? Nah, Terran Mill. Terran Mill's still like giga far off. But the thing is, the next part of the quest, I need to come up back around Hammerfall and Terran Mill anyway. Yeah, yeah, okay, this part of the quest sucks. I guess if you were like early on, the Horde, people were doing summons, right? If you were summoning Loch Modan, I bet you could charge 4 or 5G and people would pay it. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any. I'm like checking out the chat, see if there's anyone selling summons there, and it does not appear as though there is. Sleeping bag? I'm going for it. A bit of a run though, but it is what it is. It gives you a bit of gold though, a nice bit of XP. Got 3 of my student fodder. Yeah, the annoying bit is, I'm going to have to run through wetlands to Loch Modan, and then I'm going to have to run back through wetlands again. And... yeah, I'm just going to have to, like, repeat where I've already ran. There's not, like, an efficient way to do it. This really sends you around the side here, doesn't it? Huh? Wait, it's me. I'm a level 1 troll warrior. Hello. Nice name. They're watching me in-game. Oh. Group's disbanded, fair enough. I was never to be reasoned with. Season of discovering the world's fun. Yep. This is season of cardio, okay? You all have to get a standing desk right now and do the same amount of steps that your character's doing every day. Just doing a casual, you know, nice, I wonder how far this would be in practice. A nice 10-mile run or something. To get a sleeping bag? Eh, sounds not bad. Right, so we need to go to... Orgrimmar? Wait, I'm just making sure I'm getting this right. Yeah. Go in. You're walking at it, you totally do the WoW steps challenge. There was, wasn't there a guy who... I think there's a guy who was doing hardcore with, like, some setup where he was walking about and it would move his character. I forget who it was now. Yeah, I think somebody literally did this. See if I can find it. New hardcore mode. You need a treadmill linked to your computer and you can't move forwards unless you walk. Finally. Wait, is this it? This is kind of it. Hang on. There you go. So I programmed a webcam to play World of Warcraft with real motion. So, yeah, this is a guy who's pretty much doing what we're talking about. He's like swinging away when he's meleeing. Now this is how the game is intended to be played. Guys, if you're not meleeing in real life, you're not meleeing in game. I don't care what you say. How does he charge? Let me get to a level where he has charge. Bro, you're in Goldshire. Where's charge? Don't tell me you're just gonna melee. Yeah. He appears to not be learning ranks or abilities. That is a true Chad. You see, he's jumping, he's running. Now, hey, this is really playing the game. If you haven't set up a webcam to, like, do stuff for you, so you can play the game, you're not playing it properly. Oh. That's pretty good. Has he got charge yet? No, he's just he's not going with charge. He's got a red bag though, holy. What level is he here? Okay, so reminder, somebody running around auto-attacking, not leveling abilities, made it to at least a level 8 in hardcore. So if you didn't get to level 8 in hardcore, you now have to feel bad about yourself. Major did PvP of a steering wheel. I think I've seen that as well. I was Shaman in SoD tempted to make one. They're pretty good at the moment. Basically every spec is good. Whether you want to play Elemental, Enhancement, Tank, or Healer. Healer's probably a bit on like the weaker side comparatively, but they're still functional. But Elemental's great, Enhancement's great. Enhancement's kind of a dual wield spec now though. They didn't like literally get... I mean, two-handed does exist, it's just not quite as good. Enhance or tank? Yeah, tank's very good. Enhance is, again, very good. Which, you know, maybe hard to believe if you played vanilla, but yeah. Enhancement is a good spec now. We've discovered something, I guess. Been dying because his tracking stopped working. What the hell? Sounds like some kind of Matrix thing. Damn. Alrighty. Okay, take your time. Go around the whole stage. Thank you. Right, let's head over to Tirisfal and then Terran Mill. And then we got a bunch more running to do. I'll probably finish this today because it'll take a while longer. We can just talk about stuff for a bit. Whoa. But no, yeah, with the changes, enhancements, especially with the Maelstrom weapon, should be feeling pretty good right about now. Once I get over this, like, level bit where I'm at the moment, where I'm kind of, like, hard stuck at 25 a bit because I've done too much questing or pre-questing, then I'll be good. I need to get to, like, I'll probably just go grind something mindless for a few hours, get to level 30, and then I can actually play the questing normally in the future. Knocks the penultimate step. Yep. It's just, oh, don't leave. For a Horde character, who unfortunately cannot find a summon, it is a bit of a run. No. Oh, okay, I'm glad I didn't miss this at least. You're doing dungeons? I decided to do a sleeping bag quest at the moment pretty much, but yeah, I could do that alternatively. The thing is, I need to do this at some point in the future anyway. I thought it'd give me a bit more XP than what I've earned so far, but yeah, we'll just get it done. I need to do it. And we get some gold and stuff from it, you get a bag. It is very worth doing, even if it's a bit time consuming. Old Hillsbrad. I'm not quite sure this is right. But it's fine, we get it done. Needs to happen, and then we're done with it. Yo, Chris, evening, hope you are well. So we go here, and then, yeah, into Undercity, Tarren Mill, and then run. I have to run all the way through wetlands, go up and then round, then drop down, and then come back up again. Yeah, it kind of is what it is, but figured I'll just get it done. Carry on streaming till then, because, you know, why not? Might as well until I finished it. This is probably one of the longest runs you have to do on Horde. This and the Water Totem quest. Like, holy, I forgot how long the Water Totem quest was. You have to get some water from the Barrens, and you have to go to Tarren Mill. You have to go hand that in, and they have to go back over to Tirisfal again, and I was like, holy crap. I thought you just had to run over to Tirisfal to pretty much complete it, but nope, it was a lot longer than that. Olympic game on the NES. How about using a controller for WoW? That is that's some real gaming right there. I think we're good. I'm going to trust these other people. Surely they would jump at the right time. Okay, they did. Ashen Vale in between. Oh yeah, you did. Oh my, I like suppressed that from my memory. Dude, that quest is long. Damn. Tried Druid with Wild Strikes. I played Feral for a little bit on my Druid. I have to admit, I was playing Druid with pre-nerf Star Surge. And pre-nerf Star Surge was just something else. It's like you use it on a mob, it would crit and it just removes half its health. It's pretty fun. What? I can make it. Oh, whoa. Whoa. If this is a hardcore character, I would never have done that. That would have been the riskiest move you've ever seen if this was a hardcore character. Okay. 1 Tarren Mill, please. Thank you. track and field at the arcade. I remember seeing that, but I never played it myself. Be the same in PvP as well. What, Boomkin and Feral? Yeah, Feral's not quite as good. But, yeah, Boomkin. I mean, being ranged is just kind of... It's better with the whole STV meta, because there's so many people around. Hello, Snaz. Hated the Undercity elevators in hardcore. Yeah, one thing about Horde is you've got the Undercity elevators, you've got 1,000 needles. And, like, being on top of those mountains there is just so... It just make me really paranoid, you know? Like, I would want to get out of there as soon as possible. Yeah, and you've got, yeah, Thunderbluff as well. And then you've got the elevator down from Barrens to 1,000 Needles too. And then you've got the actual elevator in 1,000 Needles where the flight path is. Yeah. You love it on hardcore? Holy. Must have been playing a mage or something that can... you don't have to worry about falling. I'd be so paranoid on that. I think on Friday I might play a bit of the solo, or not solo self-found, but the self-found stuff on stream. I don't know, I think it could be kind of fun. I'll probably end up playing Hunter. I don't know. Like, I guess Hunter's definitely one of the easier picks, right? But Hunter at a low level is just so satisfying to play with like melee weaving and stuff. Burned out on hardcore. Yeah, I think I've done 2 Hunters to level 60. I kind of just play Hunter. And then I'm like, okay, job done. Go in Lock. Ooh. I mean, I remember the video I did about it, and Warlock's like... Warlock should be easy, but... statistically, it just wasn't very good. The server I'm on, Wild Growth EU. Yo, Flomy, what up? Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by. But I don't know if with the self-found stuff, whether I'll be getting all the way to 60. I'm really not sure about that. I also think it's kind of a shame they didn't unlock professions, because realistically for self-found you have 2 choices. You go mining engineering, or you go herbalism alchemy, and that's like it. That's all you can do. If you could pick whatever you wanted, then you'd be able to access a lot more crafted items, which is kind of in theme with, you know, the whole idea of being self-found. And you'd just be able to do more stuff self-sufficiently. Whereas now it's going to be pretty much the case where, yeah, you go one of those 2 options. Engineering's for nades and training dummies and stuff like that, or target dummies. And alchemy's for potions. So you'll always have good potions, but you can tend to find good potions from chests out in the world. And depending on the population, it might be pretty easy to find chests in the open world, so, yeah. Remember that video? It was definitely one of the more interesting ones. And Priest as well. I think Priest was a bit of a surprise with how good they ended up being in hardcore. But yeah, you kind of get your whole rotation by like the time you have a wand, and they're just so safe. They have so many defensive options and heals. I think if you're playing the hardcore game mode now, or the SF version, and you were starting off, I would probably recommend going a Priest if it's your first time. That Priest really is that good. And specifically Dwarf or Human, because Desperate Prayer. Yeah, Fear, Bubble, Run, Renew, just good consistent damage, good mana efficiency, low downtime, surprisingly tanky with Inner Fire. Priests are pretty damn good. SSF, if they allow multi-trade skills and WoW is built to share. Yeah, I mean, it would have been more interesting than what we have at the moment. I love the thick night elf mummies. Look, it's, if they had Desperate Prayer is the diff, okay? If they had Desperate Prayer and Human and Dwarf didn't, they would be at the top. But as things are, they have Star Shards, which is, yeah, no, not the best ability in the game, unfortunately. And Elun's Grace, before I forget about it. Which... what does it even do? I think it gives you dodge chance, and it reduces the damage taken from ranged attacks. It's like... reducing damage taken from ranged attacks. When is this useful, Blizzard? Yeah, I think I'm going to go... I can get Hammerfall later. I'll run down here. You know when you're in that very specific scenario where a hunter's shooting you, and they're alone, and they don't have a pet out, and you're like, damn, I wish I had a defensive for this exact moment. You're like, quick, press Elun's Grace, that will save me. Yeah, for that very frequent moment that occurs. Go to the tanking priest spec in SoD 2, holy. Yeah, I mean, Mind Blast bonus threat? Surely it's meant to be a tank, right? Yeah, it's a scenario. It's just very, very specific. It's kind of like, what's it called? Windwall Totem. It's like, I just happened to be attacked by somebody from range. If only I had a totem to reduce my damage taken. Yeah, Alliance don't have access to Windwall Totems, so Nelfs get that racial. That's the trade-off, is it? Damn. I don't know who I feel worse for. Yeah, Battle Priest. Who wants Battle Mage with a sword and you can have Battle Priest, okay? Like a full-on, I don't know, like, I guess that's kind of Paladin, isn't it? But nah, Priest, you just wear a mace, you bash people on the head. Yeah, no, the entire thing I'm thinking of is Paladin, pretty much. But we could have a Priest version. Okay, what it can be, it's pretty much Monk from Mists of Pandaria. But then you give it Holy Power from Kata. And they only wear cloth. And they only scale with strength. There you go, new class archetype. Hire me now, Blizz. They're literally like, you know the monks in Scarlet Monastery? Basically that. That would totally work. Paladins with shadow magic? That also sounds somewhat familiar to a class that exists. Just not one in vanilla. What we never got properly was like a necromancer class. Imagine if eventually they did properly do new servers, not just seasonal ones. And they started trying to put new classes in the game, like full-on new classes. Like here's your, I don't know, necromancer, or what else is like super popular as a class that doesn't exist? Bards? I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want Bard to exist. The thing about Bard, they kind of put Bards in retail now for the augmentation invoker, and they just became like super mandatory because how powerful they are for buffs. I feel like the experiment with Bard is just Aug Invoker, right? Tinkerer, yes, that's such a good one, actually. I was hoping for yeah, actually, I was hoping for Shadowlands. I was going to say I was hoping for Dragonflight, but I was hoping for Shadowlands and Dragonflight. that they would put Tinker in the game. And it could so easily fit 3 different roles as well. You could have them being a healer where they like, I don't know, they brew potions somehow and then just throw them at people's head or something. You could have them being a DPS with, you know, turrets and throwing wrenches. And they can have a tank where they have some big mech suit, right? Bard doesn't fit into WoW. I mean, there are a lot of traveling musicians and bards already in the game. They kind of do exist. They're just not, you know, like a class or anything. They're just NPCs. I'm pretty sure there's a bard in Menethil, actually. I don't think there are many bards on the Horde side. You're a bit too Zog for that. Nano machines, exactly. Isn't there a guitar weapon? Maybe in retail. I don't know about that in classic. Barbarians as well. Ooh, some Blade Storm action. Yo, Ant, what up? Subscribe to Willy to unlock the 30th of February. Holy crap. Is this some kind of like DLC day? Sign me up. Appreciate it, Ant. And yeah, thanks for thanks for continued support. Okay, let's watch out for the orcs. Bad orcs. There's one. Oh, they're level 20. Oh, well, that's alright then. The epic axe. Oh, the Arcanite Ripper? One from the Wrath pre-patch. Yeah, what Backroom says. Unleash a face melter. That is the text on it. And there's the undead guy in the ETC in Darkmoon Fair. In fact, it transforms you into him when you use it, doesn't it? So yeah, I guess it kind of exists. Yeah, you're right. Sorta. It's just very difficult to obtain. Still wanting to get that? Ah, but they never brought it back on the Dark... Is this guy aggro? No. Okay, he does. Sometimes guards don't aggro, sometimes they do. It's actually RNG. But they've never put it on the black market auction house then. Do some parkour. Ooh, didn't even take a hit. Right. I'm lucky I didn't get dazed on that one, but good enough. A lot of them. And I think we're away. Yep. Okay, yeah, that run's kind of annoying, I guess. Yeah, if you're playing like a class which doesn't just run around at 40% speed, that bit could be kind of annoying, actually. They should go ahead and make Ogre and the High Elf. Oh, imagine trying to, like, Blizzard sitting there being like, okay, we need to, like, reskin every single piece of armor to fit on an Ogre. That's probably why they'll never do it, by the way. It'd be so much effort. Star Wars The Old Republic had a class that heals with stims. Maybe a Tinker could do that. I feel that's like in theme. It's like a Haggis. They literally called him Haggis. What the hell, Blizz? You have a race of vaguely Scottish people and you call one of them Haggis. Can you believe? Wait, are these guys all going to attack me here? It's further along. I'm just like making sure if I jump at the wrong point now, I'm going to be extremely sad. Okay. Because I do not want to have to run all the way back up here again. Okay, so now we have the Eagle's Fist. Is that not up here? Wait. Is it different on the Horde? Oh, right, yeah, it's showing up. Okay, I just didn't see it for a moment then. You can jump down here, can't you? What's the worst that could happen? Would it respawn me here? Or here? I'm gonna have to science it. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Oh, ooh, just about. You just slide? Yeah, I was kind of worried. I think I did that on my Warlock actually when I was doing this quest. And I just ran straight up. The Blelf model that's in game. I mean, the High Elf model that's in game at the moment is kind of scary, but yeah, it looks classic at least. I've done show graveyards. It'll be Leatrix maps. No need to skin it, just scale it up. I think we're good to just yeet myself off here, right? This looks totally... Yep, fine, okay. Damn, Wetland's really living up to its name today. That High Elf or Blood Elves, the ugly elves. The ones in Classic, you know, like the ones in Hinterlands. Here. No, here, over this lodge area. And like the ones in EPL in the northeast, they're High Elves, yeah. The ones that look kind of scary. The guy in Ratchet. The guy in Ratchet, that's another. They do... Ooh, don't run off there. They do be existing. I was trying to find a non-lethal way to throw myself off this cliff. Well, optionally non-lethal. What about over here? Yeah, I can get down to there. No Ghost Wolf. Ghost Wolf just kind of like... makes me go too fast and I'll overshoot the jump. There's like a 50% chance this goes horribly wrong, by the way. Uh-oh. 880. What was the overkill? I swear I was like nearly fine. Oh, okay, wait, no, this was all to plan, by the way. So I respawn up here, as intended. And yeah, nice time saver there. Yep, tip of the day, so yeah, just yeet yourself off the cliff and respawn. You look like you drink Brewdog. Maybe I own Brewdog. How about that? Maybe I'm a Brewdog conspirator. What do you think will happen to our characters whenever they decide to be done with Season of Discovery? I wish they would tell us, because I really want to know myself. Until I hear otherwise, I'm going to assume our characters will go to Classic Era. Which, for me, is kind of like just saying they're going in the bin, unfortunately. That's how I feel about it at the moment. Same as Som? Yeah. But yeah, the sooner Blizzard can like give us some indication on what they're planning to do, the better. They're going somewhere, not Era. I mean, I just kind of need to hear it. Do you know what I mean? Ooh, TY. TY, sir. They confirm there'll be a... I feel like there's been no concrete thing of saying they're definitely not going to Arrow. We'll think of something else. I think they're just kind of like leaving it on the fence at the moment until they've made a decision. Oh, they did? Okay. I must have missed that then. But yeah, if it's Arrow, it's kind of like they're going in the bin. So I don't want that to happen. Be weird losing all the books of quality of life and so on. Yeah. That's why I say it's in the bin. Because, you know, if I wanted to play that, I could go and play that right now. I don't need to wait. I could just go play that now. Wish it wasn't seasonal. Maybe one day it will not be. I do think Season of Discoveries sort of exceeded expectations to a large degree already. And if Blizzard have seen how it's done so far, and they're like planning for the future after what's going to happen, they're already, realistically, if Classic Plus is going to happen, they're already working on it right now. Like, it's already in the pipeline. It kind of exists. We just won't know about it yet. But after they've seen how well SoD has done, I hope that that has already started to happen, because it should have started to happen by now. Or maybe those, you know, they'll call seasonal, and they'll just keep doing things like that. But I do think there is a lot of potential beyond just doing seasons for Classic, for sure. Excited to Kata, looking forward to it. Me too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the raiding a lot. I know it's not going to be exactly for everyone, but yeah, I raided a bunch of heroics back in Kata, so I would very much enjoy doing that again. And Kata's kind of similar to Wrath in the regard that once you get to the state where your character's raid logging, you're pretty much chilling, right? You can just log in, do your raid, and if you want to raid more, there'll be GDKPs and stuff. Will there be enough people playing it to raid? My guild's playing it, so for me, yes. Yep, the guild I am playing with is carrying on forwards, and they're going to be doing 25 man. And the guild I'm in at the moment has existed since Classic in 2019, so I don't think they're going to be going anywhere. I think Spine will work this time. Maybe it will be... I know, the thing is, maybe we're just like good enough to where we can push out the numbers, but I think the gap is closing, right? When I say gap, I mean, like when you look at how people play back in vanilla compared to nowadays, obviously they didn't have add-ons like we do, or, you know, weak cores and all that stuff, but the average player was just not very good. You look at TBC and they're like, they've gotten better, but compared to today, they're still like kind of average. Wrath of the Lich King, they're better, but they're still not as good. I think the gap each expansion between how good the average player now is these days and back then, it's like getting narrower and narrower. And I think Kata might be the point where it kind of starts to even out, if you know what I mean. If not Kata, then Kata or Mop. It'll happen sometime around there. Yo, Ashras, what's up? Yeah, you too. I hope you're having a good day. A quick diversion to get this. Go over to Terra Mill. And then I'm going to get my sleeping bag. Nice. What's a good zone at level 27 for Alliance? So your choices will be... you got the later level quests in Duskwood. You have some early quests in Hillsbrad. You have Stockades if you haven't done Stockade yet. What else? 27. I feel like those are the main ones for you. Ashenvale. Ugh. Yeah, I suppose Ashenvale and Stone Talon Mountains are technically okay, but yeah, I'd check out one of those that I mentioned. Yo, Grammy, yeah, no problem, first of all. And yeah, do you think SoD's going to be another season, like Seasonal Mastery, or is it going to evolve? I think from like a developer point of view, it's difficult to set out with the name of the server being seasonal and then to like change it midway through, because it would people wouldn't expect that, right? They've heard it's a seasonal server. They've seen what happened. They've seen what happens with Season of Mastery, where it started and it ended. So I would also expect Season of Discovery to start and end. But the success of it may cause something larger and more permanent to happen in the future. Which, again, if the success of it so far is anything to go by, I would hope that such things are already in motion. If Classic Plus it will exist, it will already be being worked on right now, I think. And if that's like a hot take or something, but these things will take time to develop, especially if there's new content. And you've got to start somewhere, right? I think even tier 11, mechanically speaking, is challenging. I remember it being, yeah, but I don't want to like jump the gun on how challenging it'll be. I think it'll be harder than Wrath. For sure, bar Lich King 25 Heroic. Lich King 25 Heroic is on a different level to everything else in Wrath. Or Classic for that matter. And Hellion 25 Heroic, surprisingly, is not a pushover. I didn't do it back in the day and everyone made out like it's a joke, but you can really wipe on that fight if you're not doing the mechanics correctly. Which was a surprise. But yeah, it should be tough. Well, the player numbers compared to retail. I mean, you can check Ironforge.pro for SoD, but retail it's very difficult to say because the player base is so split up among so many different activities. It's not like there's one raid difficulty. Like there's LFR, there's Flex, there's Heroic, there's Mythic Plus, there's people who just do collections, there's queued arena, there's RBGs, there's solo shuffle. There's like a million different things you can do, so it's really difficult to gauge the player base, if you know what I mean. Here's an interesting question, right? For Kata, do you think they should delay the opening of tier 11 for a week, similar to what they did with tier 7 in Wrath of the Lich King? Or should they have it open from the beginning? Because I'm kind of curious as to how the race to World First would go in Kata if you put like the Giga Sweat guilds with a task of seeing how fast they can clear Heroic tier 11. Do you think they'll be able to do it in a week? Like really in a week? I was looking at this for a video. Back in the day, tier 11 took 42 days from launch to be completed. But obviously they had different class balancing. They would have had bugs on certain bosses and so on. But if it was open from the get-go, the race to World First in Classic might actually be interesting. Because you'll have people in Heroic Dungeon level gear trying to do Heroic bosses. And I just want to see whether they can do it, do you know what I mean? Just like they won't have been able to prepare everything too insanely. And they'll be racing against everyone else who's like trying to go for that. Don't believe it's doable. That's the interesting thing, right? Like, is it doable? How'd you get up here? Oh, here. Yeah, imagine if they could clear it in a week. That would actually be insane. Wait, hello? My guy's not good at jumping. You can do it. Jump. There you go. One more. One more. There we go. 346, that's correct, yeah, for heroics. Yeah, 355, 359 normal. Yeah, so tier 11 is Bastion of Twilight, so that's Cho'Gall and Sinestra on heroic. And they got thrown in the Four Winds, that's Council and Alakia. And then Black Wing Descent, which is Nefarian, again. And... oh. And I've just missed them, and finally, here it is. My cozy sleeping bag. Ah, about time. And hey, a level. Look at that, the most efficient leveling you've ever seen. And over here, this place is very nice, by the way. I like the way they've like decorated it, I guess. If you look over here, render distance, please. Wait, are they not there anymore? Wait, they're gone. Where are the secret agents? They've disappeared, huh? They used to be there, right? I'm not going crazy. They've moved. Either they only spawn there sometimes, or the secret agents that used to be here have moved. Oh. Ooh. There he is. There was another one as well. I'm totally... These people are real. I'm not losing it. There's another one. The other one's hiding. Like, why are they watching us? Why are they watching me do this quest? Who are they? What could it mean? Sus, yeah. High level than Rag. These are some... You know, they only have 4.9k health, but like... Why are they level 77? What does this mean? It seems like a very deliberate number, you know? They could have just made them be 25 or 40. Why 77? Renamed non-hostile. Yeah, these are some mysterious guys. They spawn when you complete this quest. I thought they were there all the time, but obviously they spawn a bit after you hand in. Yeah, they put up... This guy's rocking like 2k agility right now. Agent 77? Wouldn't you make it... Wait, let me just double check. Okay, that was who I thought it was. Yeah. Wouldn't you make him like bald then? There's the other one. See? I'm not crazy, you're all crazy. And she's got shades on. They are cool shades. They're like shades from the raid, right? And there's two of them. Man and a woman, level 77. Men in black? Doesn't quite fit the profiles for that. But yeah, I imagine we're going to be seeing some kind of like continuation. This sleeping bag quest, okay? Believe me on this. This is the first part of it. It's going to be extended in phase 3 and possibly in phase 4. This is the first part of it, okay? This is part of something bigger. I am sure of it. Maybe next phase, we can upgrade our sleeping bag, we can get more fodder, we can do something else with it, but I think this is like part 1 of a several part thing. So maybe this is all the more reason to get this done on your alts, but I think you should do it anyway, to be honest. Like, you don't need some like ulterior incentive, it's just good to get in general, you know? But yeah, little secret over there. Reading a Reddit post about the agents. Apparently one of them shows up when you track beasts as a hunter. But the others are humanoids. Track beasts. It could be a worgen. Or like coded as a worgen or something, but who knows. Anyways. Is this the new bag in phase 2? Yes. And I'll show you how it works as well. So you use it, it has a 3-hour cooldown. And you just hop on in, and you're not tired? Hello? I'm being trolled, literally. Nope, I am disconnected. Okay, right, yeah, you were just... Can you go to bed, please? What is... Have I put this, like, sleeping bag on some square where it doesn't work? Oh, no. You had this too? Oh, no. Is it bugged? Really? The spot doesn't... I used this spot on my log. It might be because I'm like on the intersection. I think I put it on my sleeping bag across 2 different zones. I've put it across 2 different zones and the game doesn't like it. Okay, I'll take a sleep on the Arathi Highlands side, please. Yeah, and if this is going to ask for a group, it's only a 3% buff. I can get it in a minute. Anyway, guys, I was going to get a sleeping bag and then go off, but apparently this guy, he doesn't sleep. All he does is frost shock. Yeah, I've actually got. I swear there's a pixel where this will work. Okay. I think it might just be bugs, but it is what it is. I'm logging off now anyway. Guys, thanks for tuning in today. Had a nice stream, you know, a few hours, doing a bit of questing. Not exactly the most efficient leveling you've ever seen in the game, but it's alright. I just prefer to chat about the game, you know, stuff like that. Hopefully the class changes have been good. Or, you know, nerfs, which, depending on what you've got today. I usually stream on the Tuesday, starting at 4 PM European time, Central European time, 7 AM Pacific, 10 AM Eastern-ish, usually, on a good day. As well as the Friday, so I should be back on Friday, and I might be trying a bit of the self-found hardcore stuff on Friday, and I'll see how fast I can basically have an totally accidental disaster on a character. So yeah, we'll see what's up then. Anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, your Tuesday. Hope you've had a good start to your week, and if you're about, I'll see you in the next one. All right, thanks guys, take care.